on the Purdue Global Sports Network. From Learfield, this is Boilermaker Basketball. The 2024-25 Purdue basketball season is presented by Purdue Global. Purdue Global, Purdue's online university for working adults. University Bookstore, the official textbook provider for Purdue athletics and home to the original Purdue Beat. Purdue Basketball is brought to you in part by Purdue Federal Credit Union, the official credit union for Purdue fans. And by your Central Indiana Ford dealers are a proud sponsor of Purdue Basketball. Visit your local Central Indiana Ford dealer today. Purdue Boilermaker Basketball is on the air. Now let's go courtside.
From the Breslin Center on the campus of Michigan State University, tonight, Big Ten basketball. As the 14th-ranked Michigan State Spartans, who are 20-5 on the season, 11-3 in Big Ten competition, host our 13th-ranked Purdue Boilermakers, who are 19-7, 11-4 in the Big Ten, and currently riding a 2-game losing skid. Hi, everyone, and a pleasant good evening to you. Rob Blackman is my name. Thank you so much for joining us on a snowy and cold Tuesday evening in East Lansing, Michigan. My broadcast partner is Bobby Buckets Riddell. He joins me in just a moment. This is Purdue basketball. Purdue coming off a disappointing loss at home Saturday afternoon to the Wisconsin Badgers. 94-84 was the final score in that one. How unique of a loss was that for the Boilermakers? Think about this. The 94 points given up to an opponent at Mackey Arena, the most since 2013. Purdue actually shot better than 50% from the field, better than 40% from three, better than 70% from the free throw line, and still lost by giving up 94 points to the Badgers. Couple that with a loss last Tuesday against Michigan, and Purdue losers of 2 in a row. It won't be easy to get back to the winning ways against a Michigan State team that's coming off a very impressive win at Illinois this past Saturday night, beating the Illini by 14 points in Champaign-Urbana. And with that win, Michigan State finds themselves a game ahead of Purdue in the loss column in the Big Ten standings, with both teams chasing the Michigan Wolverines. When we come back to the Breslin Center, we'll get you all set up for tonight's matchup. It's the one and only regular season battle between Purdue and Michigan State. And tonight it happens here in East Lansing, the home of Michigan State Spartan basketball. This is the pregame show, and this is Boilermaker Basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
Keystone Cooperative is centered on delivering the farmer-owned cooperative of the future, starting today. Centered on the valued relationships that have built and grown the cooperative for 100 years, Keystone specializes in refined fuels, seriously local propane, agronomy, grain, animal nutrition, and swine production. We strive to lead, serve, grow, and embrace our cooperative advantage. Keystone Cooperative, centered on you and proud to fuel the Boilermakers.
Attention fans! Do you want a chance to win tickets to see the Boilermakers take on the UCLA Bruins on February 28th? Winner gets 2 tickets, hospitality passes, VIP parking, and a signed basketball. All you have to do is register at purduesports.com/basketballvip and register by February 17th for a chance to win this amazing opportunity. Brought to you by Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and Purdue Athletics.
Every game starts before the season begins. From preparation to training, countless factors help turn the tide. Boilermakers players and fans know this, and so does Case IH. We're committed to providing powerful, reliable equipment for every field challenge, from planting through harvest and beyond, to help win the game before it even starts. Check out our roster of rugged tools and equipment by visiting your local Case IH dealer or go to caseih.com/Boilermakers.
At Farm Credit Mid-America and Rural First, we do more than lend. We lift up our rural communities that we serve, too. From our day-to-day business of providing reliable credit to farmers and rural residents, to our community investment efforts and scholarships for college students, we help Indiana's rural communities find their next level. Visit FCMA.com to learn more about how we work with partners like Purdue University. Boiler up. Farm Credit Mid-America and Rural First are equal opportunity lenders.
We Boilermakers show our pride in a number of ways, from a Purdue flag flying high on game day to a black and gold tie worn to the office. That loyalty is built on precious memories, time-honored traditions, and lifelong friendships. It's everlasting, and it stays with you wherever you go. So whether you're at Mackey Arena, your hometown grocery store, or across the country, the pride is always there. And now with the Purdue Federal Visa Signature Card, you have one more way to show your pride. Purdue Federal, the official credit card for Purdue fans everywhere. Federally insured by NCUA.
This is your moment, your time to shine, your comeback. You're ready for the next step in your career, and you want an education employers respect. So you're not just going back to school, you're coming back with Purdue Global. Backed by Purdue University, one of the nation's most respected public universities, Purdue Global is built for people who bring their life experience into the online classroom. Purdue Global, Purdue's online university for working adults. Start your comeback today at purdueglobal.edu.
Number 13, Purdue, visiting number 14, Michigan State. 7:02, the tip time for tonight's Big Ten Tilt. Rob Blackman with Bobby Riddell. By the way, let me mention this. Purdue ranked 13th in the AP poll this week, 14th in the coaches poll. Michigan State is 13th in the coaches poll, 14th in the AP poll. So no matter how you shake it out, it's going to be 13 versus 14. All right, Bob, now that I got that out of the way. Our Boilermakers were oh so good offensively Saturday against Wisconsin. You look at the numbers they put up. I mentioned just a few of them a moment ago during my monologue. Yet still lost the game because of Purdue's inability to stop the Wisconsin Badgers, who scored 94 at Mackey Arena. That just that shouldn't happen, but it did. And the bad news, of course, now for the Purdue Boilermakers is you're in a 2-game losing skid at the wrong time of the season if you want to be realistically find yourself in a position to win a Big Ten regular season championship.
No doubt. Certainly an unfortunate week last week for Purdue, dropping those 2 games. Prior to that, we were sitting there in the catbird seat, right, as far as a half game up on both the Wolverines and the Spartans. And unfortunately, you lose that game by just 2 points at Michigan on the same night Michigan State drops its first home game of the year at home against Indiana. If that result with Michigan is flipped, if that Braden Smith heave at the horn somehow finds a way to go in, it's a completely different narrative, right? You got a whole different momentum going in that Wisconsin game. Certainly, who knows how that game would have gone differently. Obviously, then you end up losing that game to Wisconsin, where, as you said, you play really well offensively, 1.31 points per possession for the game, which is a very good number. But when you give up over 1.5 points per possession on your home floor, extremely concerning, just because typically you're going to play your best brand of defense on your home floor. And Wisconsin, give them credit, they came in and carved the Boilers up. There's no doubt about it. They got a lot of talent on the offensive end, and they got cooking against the Boilers, and we really had no way to stop them there in that second half, no answer for them. And you're right, from a Big Ten standpoint in the standings, Purdue has gone from that catbird seat to now really needing a lot of help. And certainly with 5 games to go, Purdue can put themselves in a great spot if they control their own destiny and win those 5 games. That would be, a 16-4 Big Ten finish from a standing standpoint. And, there's certainly no shame. If you go 16-4 and you don't get a piece of the championship, you can certainly at least say you did your part. But that's going to take a 5-0 finish, and it starts today with a really difficult one here in East Lansing.
Well, think about this. Last year, Purdue wins the Big Ten with a 17-3 conference record. The year prior, Purdue won the Big Ten at 15-5. Right now, Purdue sits at 11-4. Purdue had won 30 straight games, 30 straight, when scoring at least 80 points in a game. That came to a halt with that loss Saturday against Wisconsin. Purdue scoring 84 and still losing. Of all the stats that just boggled my mind from that game on Saturday, Bob, the fact that Wisconsin only missed 2 shots the entire game inside of the 3-point arc. They missed 1 2-pointer in the first half. They missed 1 2-pointer in the second half. That, to me, is the most unbelievable stat of all.
I think you're right. It's extremely rare to see something like that occur. And we saw with Zach Edey, when we had him all those years, finishing around the basket, finishing in 2-point range was not an easy thing to do. You basically were forced to make those mid-range, floater-type shots that are shots that are not very easy, because it's not a shot a lot of guys practice at high volume. And when Zach Edey's there kind of contesting at 7'4", we just didn't see teams have very much success in 2-point range. And the Badgers flourished in that range against us. And That's certainly been an issue for this Purdue team, is we do a really good job not allowing teams to typically get too many two-point field goal attempts, but when they do get them, teams do finish at a really high percentage against us, and that is largely due to the lack of that rim protection that we don't have down low.
You know, the one thing, and then I'll be done with this Wisconsin thing because it's still under my skin, Boilermaker fans, the fact that Purdue was so good in January on defense, led the Big Ten in points allowed per game, led the Big Ten in takeaways per game in Big Ten play in January. You felt like Purdue had really turned the corner defensively, and maybe Saturday's just a blip on the radar screen. I certainly hope that's what it is. But that, to me, was another baffling thing. There was nothing leading into that Wisconsin game from a Purdue fan standpoint that would lead me to believe that Purdue would have a bad day defensively, but they did.
You're right, and I think we got to give a lot of that credit to Wisconsin, right? They probably are the best, most well-rounded offensive team we're going to face in the Big Ten, and they certainly showed their offensive chops against us. They spread the floor when they have five guys that they were able to put out there that can all shoot threes. It really puts your defense in a bind like Purdue tries to play. Purdue likes, we don't have necessarily the greatest on-ball positional defenders in the country, man-on-man, but we've got really disciplined guys who play a good scheme. We're well-coached, and we've been able to be active and force some turnovers. Wisconsin, when they spread you out, it's much more difficult to scheme up a team when you got to guard every single guy at the arc as far as where you're going to give help at. You can't shrink the gaps as much to try to eliminate some of the dribble penetration, and Wisconsin certainly made us pay, and credit to them. They were elite that day offensively.
Tip of the cap to the Badgers. Now the page turns to Michigan State. And here in East Lansing, never easy. Although, believe it or not, Purdue has won 2 of the last 3 times they've been in this building. More of the pregame show when we come back. We'll talk about the Spartans on the other side of this commercial break. This is Boilermaker Basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
University Bookstore, the official textbook provider for Purdue Athletics and home of the original Purdue Pete, announced the return of 3-Point Thursdays. When the men play, win or lose, you score on every three-pointer. You can save up to 39% off your purchase. Get set to save with Purdue men's basketball with 3-Point Thursdays. 2 locations, State Street and across from Mackey Arena. Save at University Bookstore.
Purdue University knows a thing or two about making great plays, and so does Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Whether you qualify for Medicaid or Medicare, a plan through the Affordable Care Act, or have health coverage through your job, you can feel confident with Anthem's large network of doctors, hospitals, and health professionals. To learn more about Anthem's health plans, call your authorized agent or visit Anthem.com. Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield is the trade name of Anthem Insurance Companies, Inc., independent licensees of the Blue Cross Blue Shield Association. Anthem is a registered trademark of Anthem Insurance Companies, Inc. Indiana farmers, building new markets takes time and pays back dividends with long-term demand for your crops. High oleic soybean oil drives new demand for Indiana soybeans to domestic and international markets. Plus, it's a healthier oil, more desirable to customers. Your checkoff is building this demand right here in Indiana. Purdue Athletics is proud to offer their foods prepared in heart-healthy, high oleic soybean oil this season. Learn more about this oil at incornandsoy.org/premiums. This message was funded by Indiana soybean farmers and their checkoff.
We know to contact Indiana 811 at least 2 working days before every dig. But did you also know spraying a white line around the area you plan to dig means utility flags will only go in that area? Fewer flags in the yard? Easier mowing? Everybody wins.
Everybody except my kid. I don't want to mow the yard.
Everybody except for your kid wins. Contact Indiana 811 at least 2 working days before picking up a shovel. It's the only way to dig. Learn more at 811.safedigindiana.com.
Sounds like it's time to call Hayes & Sons. Fire, floods, mold, and other disruptive events can wreak havoc on your home or business. That's when the Hayes & Sons team goes into action. We've got your back. From assessing the damage and taking immediate steps to secure your home, to working with your insurance to ease the pain, and from restoring contents to repairing and rebuilding, so your home feels just like it did before it was hit by the storm. When disaster strikes, call Hayes & Sons. We do restoration right.
For hybrid vehicles that give you 614 miles of continuous driving, it's gotta be Honda. Save thousands on Honda hybrids with 2.9% financing. Award-winning Honda hybrids, Accord, Civics, and CR-Vs. With hybrids, the battery charges as you drive. Like the 2025 Honda Accord Sport or Touring model. Now with low 2.9% APR financing. To see why it's gotta be Honda, search your local Honda dealer today. See dealer for financing details for well-qualified buyers. Offer ends 3/3/25.
Purdue and Michigan State, the only regular season meeting between these two. Last year, these two played twice. Mackey Arena, Purdue a winner, 80-74. And then you might remember in the Big Ten tournament quarterfinals in Minneapolis, Purdue wins 67-62 over the Spartans. Rob Blackman, Bobby Riddell reminding you this is a 7:02 scheduled tip time. Michigan State ranked 14th in the country, coming off a huge win on the road at 79-65 at Illinois on Saturday night. If you know anything about Tom Izzo and Michigan State basketball, the two statistics I'm about to throw out at you will not surprise you one lick. Number one, they're third best in the nation in rebounding margin. 9.8 rebounds to the good against the competition per game this year. Third best in the country. They are currently sixth in the country in fast break scoring. 17 points a game in the fast break game. Tom Izzo, Michigan State, what do they always do well? They rebound the ball, and they get the ball out in transition. Some things never change around here, Bob Riddell.
That is true. This Michigan State blueprint has been there for a long time, certainly as long as I've been around, and I presume the entirety of Coach Izzo's tenure here. They have a style of play that has worked at a high level over the course of Tom Izzo's tenure, and I think that was stamped when he became the all-time winningest coach in Big Ten history this past Saturday in their win over Illinois. It's a blueprint that works. It's a lot of physical toughness, out-rebounding teams year in and year out. They're back to more of that. They kind of had a little bit of drop in past years from what they normally had been under Coach Izzo, and that's been restored this season with the way they've been rebounding. And then the pace of play, the transition game, man, these guys really get up and down the floor, and it's on makes or misses. That's really what separates them from a lot of programs. A lot of teams on misses are going to try to get out and go and push with numbers, but it's the way that they don't let you relax after you make a basket. You can't be doing your three-point celebrations and shooting bow and arrows into the stands. Like, you can't be doing all that nonsense against teams like Michigan State because their point guard has been conditioned to get the outlet pass so far up the court, and those wings are told, like, if you don't sprint the wings as fast as you possibly can, you're coming out.
Yeah.
And, one guy gets the ball out of the hoop, the other big guy is sprinting down the center of the floor, and they're trying to ram it back down your throat because they understand going against a set defense is difficult, and they want to try to get quick baskets before you get set. And it's a recipe for success, and Michigan State's done it at a high level for a long time.
The thing they're doing well this year, maybe not so much in past years, is their bench production is out of this world. 20 times this year, their bench has given them at least 30 points in a game. There have been times this year, fans, when the Purdue bench has given us 0 points in a game. Michigan State has a deep ball club. They'll go 11 deep, and every one of those guys can play.
You're right. This team is found a way to be really good on the margins, right? Because they're not a great three-point shooting team, 347th in the country from a three-point percentage standpoint, so they're not out here drilling tons of threes, blowing you away, but on the margins. Bench points, guys coming in, being productive. The free throw shooting, as you mentioned, really good free throw shooting team. They don't drop a lot of points at the foul line. And rebounding, of course, they're winning possessions, the possession battle night in and night out. So the margins are great. The bench has given them nice boosts. And now Trey Holloman coming off the bench with Jace Richardson moving in the starting lineup about 3 games ago. Holloman, one of those savvy veterans of junior guards, played a lot of basketball, one of their better three-point shooters. Cohen Carr, of course, the athletic specimen that comes off the bench, high-flying. He's kind of accepted that he's not an outside shooter, but he is attacking the basket with relentless abandon and is one of those guys that's a highlight reel waiting to happen with his ability to probably the best dunker in college basketball, many people would say. He is electric in the open floor, and there's a number of other guys, but coming off their bench that can help them out. It's a deep team, like you said, and Purdue hopefully can get some contributions off their bench to match the Spartans tonight.
By the way, Bob mentioned it, but we'll hit on it again. Congratulations to Michigan State Spartan head coach Tom Izzo. His victory against Illinois Saturday night gave him 354 Big Ten wins, 354 wins in conference. Now number one in that statistical category as he has bypassed legendary Indiana coach Bob Knight. Izzo, 30 years on the job, 354 Big Ten wins. No one can claim they've won more in conference. Speaking of the Big Ten College Basketball Report presented by Toyota. Coming up next, this is Boilermaker Basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
Talking on the phone is difficult if you've been exposed to loud noises over time. Combat veterans, factory workers, farmers, gun and motorcycle enthusiasts can have trouble hearing on the telephone. Relay Indiana helps return clarity to your phone conversations. Relay Indiana also provides free loaned equipment to those who qualify. Get the CapTel caption telephone from Relay Indiana. Visit RelayIndiana.com now.
If your company is seeking to relocate or expand quickly, Hancock County, Indiana has a wide variety of business sites, including 4 shovel-ready certified silver business parks, plus higher than normal broadband capacity with an extensive fiber network with more than 2,000 miles of lines. Connecting opportunity with success. Contact the Hancock County Economic Development Council at www.hancockedc.com or at 317-477-7241. With the Boilermakers, every pass, shot, layup, and score is more than just part of the game. It's a testament to the teamwork, elbow grease, and can-do attitude it takes to win. In the same way, Case IH knows every successful farm is more than just a farm. It's the product of top-notch tillage, planting, harvesting, hay, and forage equipment at the hands of hardworking growers. Get a slam dunk by visiting your local Case IH dealer or go to caseih.com/Boilermakers to learn more. Boiler up!
Purdue University. We're in the persistent pursuit of the next giant leap. We're developing solutions to today's toughest challenges and building a better world together. From our research labs in West Lafayette to new opportunities at Purdue University in Indianapolis. Together, we dare to go first and picture what's next in a first-of-its-kind short film, Boilers to Mars. Find out about our legacy and future in space at boilerstomars.com.
Attention fans! Do you want a chance to win tickets to see the Boilermakers take on the UCLA Bruins on February 28th? Winner gets 2 tickets, hospitality passes, VIP parking, and a signed basketball. All you have to do is register at purduesports.com/basketballvip and register by February 17th for a chance to win this amazing opportunity. Brought to you by Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and Purdue Athletics.
Need a little home makeover to get through the last few weeks of winter? Kohl's is having a big sale so you can give your home a reset. Plus, Kohl's Rewards members save an extra 15% on so much to refresh your space, like stylish decor, cozy pillows, convenient storage, and so much more. So hurry to Kohl's to snag your savings before the secret's out. Select styles. Kohl's Rewards 15% off coupon valid through March 2nd. Must be a Kohl's Rewards member. Exclusions apply. Visit a store or Kohl's.com for details.
Rob Blackman, Bobby Riddell. We greet you tonight from the Breslin Center, the home of Michigan State Spartan basketball, and thank you for making us a part of your Tuesday evening. Our Big Ten report is brought to you by Toyota. Dear style, efficiency, and performance. Glad we're on the same team this season and every season. So let's keep huddling up with a stylish and fuel-efficient RAV4, Corolla, or Camry, or go wild with a rugged Tundra and Tacoma. Ready for you, Toyota. Let's go places. Busy night in the Big Ten tonight. The first game that tips it off is this one that you'll be listening to, Purdue and Michigan State. But there are 2 other games still to come later this evening, 8:30 tonight. Illinois at Wisconsin. The Badgers, of course, that was such a big win for them Saturday against Purdue because that moved the Badgers to 10-4 in Big Ten play. And with Purdue at 11-4, Badgers know they have the tiebreaker over the Boilermakers should it come down to it. Illinois at 9-7, trying to regroup after that home loss to Michigan State on Saturday night. Later tonight, 10:30 Eastern, it's Minnesota at UCLA. UCLA head coach Mick Cronin will be going for his 500th career victory. Minnesota, hey, great win for them this past weekend. On Sunday, they went into USC and won. Big road win for the Gophers. See if they can win the double dip in Los Angeles as they'll play UCLA later tonight. Tomorrow, Wednesday, there are 3 games on the schedule. Nebraska is at Penn State. Oregon is at Iowa. And the other game tomorrow night features Rutgers at Washington. Big one there simply because Washington is 4-10 in Big Ten play. Rutgers is 5-10, and the loser of that game will fall into the bottom 3, which is something to keep in mind, fans, to keep a close eye on. We've mentioned this a few times throughout the season. I think most of you know by now, but not every single Big Ten team makes it into the Big Ten tournament this year. Only the top 15 will go. The bottom 3 won't make it. And right now, that means the loser of Rutgers-Washington falls into that bottom 3. That game again tomorrow night, so there will be some implications there. Still plenty of season to go, obviously. But think about this. After Rutgers plays tomorrow night, that'll be their 16th Big Ten game. They'll only have 4 remaining. Rutgers still on Purdue's schedule. Rutgers coming to West Lafayette in March for what will be Senior Day for the Boilermakers. One final note on a Big Ten update. The Associated Press Top 25 was updated yesterday. How about the Big Ten holding down spots 11, 12, 13, and 14? Wisconsin 11, Michigan 12, Purdue 13, Michigan State 14. The other team out of the Big Ten that found its way into the top 25 actually moved up a couple of spots. Maryland is up to number 20, according to the Associated Press. Tonight, it's 13th ranked Purdue, 14th ranked Michigan State. When we come back to the pregame show, a closer look at the Spartans. Our scouting report segment presented by Purdue Global is coming up next. Assistant coach PJ Thompson sits down with Bobby Riddell when we return. This is Boilermaker Basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
At First Farmers Bank and Trust, we know that when agriculture thrives, we all do. It's the heart and grit of our agricultural communities that keep the crops coming in and the livestock cared for day and night. That's why we build financial solutions around the needs and schedules of our ag clients. If you're looking for a financial partner that has over 135 years experience in understanding and supporting agriculture, we want to hear from you. Let's harvest success together. First Farmers Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal opportunity lender.
University Bookstore, the official textbook provider for Purdue Athletics and home of the original Purdue Pete, announce the return of 3-Point Thursdays. When the men play, win or lose, you score on every three-pointer. You can save up to 39% off your purchase. Get set to save with Purdue men's basketball with 3-Point Thursdays. 2 locations, State Street and across from Mackey Arena. Save at University Bookstore.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you're planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Hi, it's Matt Painter, men's basketball coach at Purdue University. I'm proud to be a graduate of the College of Liberal Arts, which continues to innovate with programs like Cornerstone, Degree in 3, and Degree Plus. What I learned in my classes serves me every day. The College of Liberal Arts prepares all Purdue students to think broadly and lead boldly, values that mean a lot to me. I'm grateful for the education I received in the College of Liberal Arts. I encourage you to check out the College of Liberal Arts at Purdue to see where your degree can take you.
This is Camden Heidi from Purdue Men's Basketball. For my friends at the Halderman Companies, proud supporters of Purdue University. The Halderman team understands the importance of teamwork, execution, and tremendous effort required for us to succeed on the court and provide the same to their clients. Their team includes farm managers, appraisers, and real estate brokers with experience, knowledge, and professionalism to help you accomplish your farm goals. If it has anything to do with the business of farming, Halderman can help. Visit halderman.com today to learn more.
It's Truck Month with the Ford crew.
Sam, do you know what these trucks have in common?
They're all Ford trucks.
And
they're built Ford tough.
Also true, but specifically they're Ford F-Series trucks, the best-selling trucks in America for 48 years.
48 years? We should celebrate a month-long event.
Sam.
A truckload of value.
Sam.
Across the entire lineup of Ford trucks.
Sam.
That's called Truck Month already, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, I knew it.
Based on 1977 to 2024 CY Industry reported total sales.
Welcome back here to the Breslin Center, where today Purdue goes on the road to take on the Michigan State Spartans. It's time now for our Scouting Report segment presented by Purdue Global, Purdue's online university for working adults. Joined now by assistant coach PJ Thompson. And coach, it was a tough week for us last week, certainly, with that close road loss at Michigan and then the home loss on Saturday to Wisconsin. On Saturday in particular, it was a struggle for us defensively, especially in that second half. When you guys as a staff went back and watched that game, what were some of the main takeaways for why we had those defensive struggles?
Yeah, just attention to detail, concentration mistakes. We can't let the ball get into the paint as much as we did. They were 20 of 22 for on layups, and you know what you're going to get when you play a Wisconsin team. They're a mature group. I think Coach said after the game, they gave us a lesson in maturity, and I agree. And that's it's a big statement because we got great guys who've had a lot of success, since they've been in college. But that group, if you don't come into the game with the right mindset, on both ends of the court, you kind of can see what happens.
Well, one of the bright spots certainly from that loss against Wisconsin was Trey Kaufman-Renn set a career-high 30 points, and currently he has a 13-point per game scoring increase from last year, and that's the highest scoring increase ever in school history. I know you had high expectations for Trey coming in this year. Yeah. Has he exceeded those expectations, or what were your thoughts about Trey coming in the year? Has he done even better than you thought?
No, not really. I've always saw it in Trey. Trey, since he stepped on campus, has been a bucket getter. Obviously, I run the offense, so I kind of, what kind of positions people are going to be in. And I remember I had a conversation with a couple of my former teammates after we lost in the national championship and about what losing Zach was. And, I felt like our group could be special offensively, again, just because our spacing would be better. With him and Zach playing together, our spacing for, what I like spacing to be, I don't think it was great, but those guys were such good players. You got to keep good players on the floor, and then allowed us to play a different way when Mason checked in. But, Trey's been waiting on this for a long time. You got to believe in yourself. You kind of got to have an irrational belief as a basketball player to play at this level and to play professional basketball. And Trey, he carries that with him every day. When he steps onto the court, he's what you're going to get for him, and he worked his butt off not only this past summer but his whole career to get to this point.
All right, tonight's opponent, Michigan State Spartans, 14th ranked team in the country, 20-5 on the season and 11-3 so far in Big Ten play, led by head coach Tom Izzo. And PJ, speaking of Coach Izzo, this past Saturday night, their win at Illinois, he sets the record to be the winningest Big Ten coach in history. Obviously, just one of the best to ever do it, right?
Oh, yeah. No, he's absolutely one of the best to ever do it. When you watch college basketball, you'll watch some teams play, and you just don't know what they're trying to do. But every single time you turn on a Michigan State team, whether they have pros, whether they don't have pros, you know exactly what you're going to get from that group. You know that, from personal experience playing against those guys. But his guys are going to be tough. They're going to be disciplined, and that's every time they step on the court. I think him and Coach Painter are two of the best coaches to ever do it. And so when you have these type of matchups, you got to be prepared to win in the 50s and the 60s, in the 70s or in the 80s, depending on what the game presents, and just trying to get to our guys like the level of fight you got to have, because that when you're playing a Tom Izzo coach team, they're going to bring the fight every single time.
All right, this is a Michigan State team from a defensive standpoint that's a quality unit. They're top 15 in KenPom
from a defensive efficiency standpoint. What makes them so tough to go against on that end of the floor?
Yeah, man, they're detailed and disciplined. I talked about it before Wisconsin. When you play a Wisconsin team, you know what you're gonna get. They're not gonna make many mistakes. They're gonna what they do is what we show in film is what they're gonna do. You can play some teams and it's like, man, I don't know. They're gonna switch up a lot of things. Wisconsin's not gonna switch up a lot of things. Michigan State's not gonna switch up a lot of things. They're just gonna typically be great at what they do. There's no difference with this team. They're gonna be tough. They're gonna be great with their ball screen D. Every single time they're supposed to be 3/4 in the post, they're gonna be 3/4 in the post. You know what you're getting from teams like that. Our detail and our discipline has to be great, and we also have to get stops and allow our defense to help our offense by not playing in the half court. I think we're a we're a really good offensive team. I think in order for us to become a great offensive team, like we kind of saw in January, we got to play defense like that, so you're not playing in the half court all the time, and we can steal some buckets in transition.
Well, last question for you, and when it comes to playing Michigan State, like always, I presume it's going to come down to transition defense and rebounding being big, huge keys, right?
Oh, absolutely. Every single time. What they're going to push the ball. I was messing with some of the freshmen. I'm like, you guys thought Iowa was fast, and they are. I'm like, these guys are a different level, especially at home. And so if we can't get our defense set, it's going to be a long night, and we know that. Our jam has to be great. Our guys that's not jamming the basketball can't just rely on him. They got to sprint back with vision and get turned around and make Michigan State score against our set defense. And then within the half court, we can't just get blown by. We got to keep the ball out of the paint. They're not a great three-point shooting team, but they're more than capable of making shots. But I think it's hard for coaches we try to check every box. I think with their growth and what I've learned is you got to be able to walk away from games and be okay with getting beat one way, but we're not going to get beat this way. And so for us, we got to keep the ball outside of the paint, and then we got to rebound the ball and hold them to one shot.
All right, thanks, PJ.
Yep, thank you.
PJ Thompson, the Scouting Report segment, brought to you as it always is by Purdue Global. Purdue and Michigan State tonight from the Breslin Center. When we come back, Bobby Riddell has a scoreboard update for you. This is Boilermaker Basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
We Boilermakers show our pride in a number of ways, from a Purdue flag flying high on game day to a black and gold tie worn to the office. That loyalty is built on precious memories, time-honored traditions, and lifelong friendships. It's everlasting, and it stays with you wherever you go. So whether you're at Mackey Arena, your hometown grocery store, or across the country, the pride is always there. And now with the Purdue Federal Visa Signature Card, you have one more way to show your pride. Purdue Federal, the official credit card for Purdue fans everywhere. Federally insured by NCUA.
We know to contact Indiana 811 at least 2 working days before every dig. But did you also know spraying a white line around the area you plan to dig means utility flags will only go in that area? Fewer flags in the yard? Easier mowing? Everybody wins.
Everybody except my kid. I don't want to mow the yard.
Everybody except for your kid wins. Contact Indiana 811 at least 2 working days before picking up a shovel. It's the only way to dig. Learn more at 811.safedigindiana.com.
At Indiana Kitchen Premium Pork Products, just 20 miles down the road from Mackey Arena, we're not just really good bacon makers.
We're Purdue alumni.
We're student interns.
We're student parents.
We're fans.
We're season ticket holders.
We're John Purdue Club members.
We're Boilermakers.
I'm Russ Sherwood, president at Indiana Kitchen, and on behalf of everyone here, we're proud to say our bacon is more than just locally made. Our Indiana Kitchen bacon is boiler made.
Visit IndianaKitchen.com, proud sponsor of Purdue Athletics.
Purdue University. We're in the persistent pursuit of the next giant leap. We're developing solutions to today's toughest challenges and building a better world together. From our research labs in West Lafayette to new opportunities at Purdue University in Indianapolis. Together, we dare to go first and picture what's next in a first-of-its-kind short film, Boilers to Mars. Find out about our legacy and future in space at boilerstomars.com.
When you want the best quality, safety, reliability, and savings, it's gotta be Honda. Save thousands with low 0% APR financing. When you gotta have selection, Honda cars, trucks, vans, SUVs, hybrids, and EVs are in stock and on sale. Like the 2024 Honda Prologue EV with 0% APR financing. To see why it's gotta be Honda, search your local Honda dealer today. See dealer for financing details. Financing on credit approval. Offer is 3/3/25.
Every game starts before the season begins. From preparation to training, countless factors help turn the tide. Boilermakers, players, and fans know this, and so does Case IH. We're committed to providing powerful, reliable equipment for every field challenge, from planting through harvest and beyond, to help win the game before it even starts. Check out our roster of rugged tools and equipment by visiting your local Case IH dealer or go to caseih.com/Boilermakers.
Welcome back to the Breslin Center here on the pregame show. Time now to take a look at our out-of-town scores segment and looking at the top 25 men's college basketball action taking place here this evening. A number of games to look at, and we'll start with second-ranked Florida hosting Oklahoma. That game tips at 7 o'clock on ESPN2. A top 25 clash with 7th-ranked Texas A&M going on the road to take on 21st-ranked Mississippi State. That game will tip at 7 o'clock as well on the SEC network. In Big 12 play, 5th-ranked Houston goes on the road to visit Arizona State. That game will tip at 9 p.m. on ESPN2. Also in Big 12 action, 23rd-ranked Kansas visits BYU. That game will tip at 9 p.m. on ESPN. Colorado goes on the road to take on 8th-ranked Iowa State. That game will tip at 8 o'clock on ESPN+. Another Big 12 bout, 9th-ranked Texas Tech in an in-state clash goes on the road to take on Texas Christian University. That game will tip at 8 p.m. on ESPN+. In Big 10 action, the Illinois Fighting Illini visit 11th-ranked Wisconsin. That game will tip around 8:30 p.m. on FS1. And then the last top 25 game of the evening, the Seton Hall Pirates going on the road to take on the 16th-ranked Marquette Golden Eagles. That game will tip at 9 p.m. on CBS Sports Network. Then lastly, one other Big Ten game being played this evening, not part of the top 25 schedule. That is Minnesota going on the road to take on UCLA. That game will be on FS1 and tip off at 10:30 p.m. When we return to the pregame show, we will have Coach Painter's pregame comments presented by Purdue Federal Credit Union. This is Boilermaker Basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Lear.
Sounds like it's time to call Hayes & Sons. Fire, floods, mold, and other disruptive events can wreak havoc on your home or business. That's when the Hayes & Sons team goes into action. We've got your back. From assessing the damage and taking immediate steps to secure your home, to working with your insurance to ease the pain, and from restoring contents to repairing and rebuilding, so your home feels just like it did before it was hit by the storm. When disaster strikes, call Hayes & Sons. We do restoration right.
Talking on the phone is difficult if you've been exposed to loud noises over time. Combat veterans, factory workers, farmers, gun and motorcycle enthusiasts can have trouble hearing on the telephone. Relay Indiana helps return clarity to your phone conversations. Relay Indiana also provides free loaned equipment to those who qualify. Get the CapTel Caption telephone from Relay Indiana. Visit RelayIndiana.com now.
Purdue University knows a thing or two about making great plays, and so does Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Whether you qualify for Medicaid or Medicare, a plan through the Affordable Care Act, or have health coverage through your job, you can feel confident with Anthem's large network of doctors, hospitals, and health professionals. To learn more about Anthem's health plans, call your authorized agent or visit Anthem.com. Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield is the trade name of Anthem Insurance Companies, Inc., independent licensees of the Blue Cross Blue Shield Association. Anthem is a registered trademark of Anthem Insurance Companies, Inc.
At Farm Credit Mid-America and Rural First, we do more than lend. We lift up our rural communities that we serve, too. From our day-to-day business of providing reliable credit to farmers and rural residents, to our community investment efforts and scholarships for college students, we help Indiana's rural communities find their next level. Visit FCMA.com to learn more about how we work with partners like Purdue University. Boiler up. Farm Credit Mid-America and Rural First are equal opportunity lenders.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you're planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Electric Plus has the mission to be the best electrical contractor in Indiana, leading the league in new construction, modernizations, and service repair. Family-owned and operated Electric Plus serves our communities with pride. We have 24/7 emergency coverage for all businesses, with offices in Lafayette, Avon, Kokomo, and Bloomington. Check us out online today. Visit electricplus.com and boiler up.
Welcome back to the Breslin Center, everyone. Purdue basketball tonight in a top 15 showdown with the Michigan State Spartans. Let's talk to head coach Matt Painter about this one. Coach Painter's pregame comments, they're brought to you by Purdue Federal Credit Union, the official credit union for Purdue fans. You can find out more by going to purduefed.com. Coach, I look back at the Saturday loss to Wisconsin, and offensively with our ball club, man, was I impressed. Defensively, maybe a little bit lacking, you think?
Yeah, no question about it. I thought we did some really good things. We make that last three. We score 50 points in the second half. We're up 1 at halftime. And I think you would take that. When you look at out-rebounding them, 21-4 assist-turnover ratio, there's a lot of good things that happen there. And that's what we really wanted to address to our team is like a split message that we had to them. Like, hey, like don't leave there offensively thinking something was wrong because nothing was wrong. We had some guys that didn't make a couple shots that they normally make, but in terms of decision making, in terms of execution, we did some really good things. Now, defensively is another story. We had breakdowns. More than anything, we had breakdowns on the basketball. Just like, how we scheme, how we do some things. We messed up a couple things on drives late in the game where we just let the ball drive to the basket. We had 3 or 4 of those. You're like, you got to stop the basketball no matter what's going on. And we just didn't do a good job of it. But it starts with the guy on the basketball. And I wish I could grab one guy or 2 guys and be like, hey, man, like you got to be better. It was everybody across the board, starters, guys that came off the bench, just pour on the basketball. You got to be able to contain the dribble. You got to be able to get them to break rhythm because they're shooters, and that's what it is. Sometimes people want like, hey man, he's a driver and he's a shooter. Well, then that third player is a player. He can drive and shoot. They have a lot of guys like that. They're not systematic like they were in before, where you can say, hey, just cover this guy as a shooter and cover this guy as a driver. No, they got a handful of cats that can take you off the dribble, and they stuck it to us, man. They took us to the woodshed, and we got to respond.
Well, responding will certainly be difficult tonight because you are in, as you know, a very difficult building to play in against a very well-coached and tough team in Michigan State.
Yeah, but this is what you want, man. Like, you want to be in this position 4 or 5 games to go in the season, depending on your schedule and how many you have left. And if you're going to win the league, you got to be able to, win some games in a hornet's nest. This is a hornet's nest, man. This is difficult. This is tough. But don't beat yourself. Execute. Be grimy on defense. Play without fouling. They're a great free throw shooting team. But when it gets down to it, like, they're great in rebounding and they're great in transition. Keep them off the glass. Keep them out of transition, and you start by keeping them out of transition by taking good shots and taking care of the basketball. Just kind of some precursors of the game, right? Like, you got to be able to do those things. If you can't do those things, you're not going to win. And then the thing about it is, if you do those things well, you've given yourself a chance to win. It doesn't guarantee a win. Still got to make your free throws. Still got to make some shots. Like, there's other parts of the game, but that's just where it lies, and those are the things we got to do.
And I think the other thing, obviously, you'll agree with, because I've heard you talk about this numerous times, you're going to have to be tougher than Michigan State. You at least match their toughness, right? Because that's one thing they consistently bring to the table.
No question. And we weren't the tougher team other night. Wisconsin deserved to win. They were the tougher team, and I thought in the last 4 minutes of our game against Michigan, Michigan was the tougher team. But when you look at some of the stuff that we've done, like when we went to Oregon, we were the tougher team. Like, we were able to establish some things in that game, offensively and defensively, from a toughness standpoint. And that's where it's going to be. That's where it's going to be tonight. The mentally and physically tougher team is going to win.
Coach Painter, thank you. Good luck here tonight.
All right, thank you.
Coach Matt Painter, pregame comments presented by Purdue Federal Credit Union. Purdue Federal Credit Union is proud to be the official credit union for Purdue fans. Discover the credit union difference at PurdueFed.com. We're getting closer and closer to the tip-off tonight, Purdue and Michigan State. It's a 7:02 scheduled tip. When we come back, Bobby Riddell back to the microphone. He'll have his keys to the game. See what the Boilermakers can do to snap out of this 2-game losing skid. This is Boilermaker Basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
It's Truck Month with the Ford crew.
Sam, do you know what these trucks have in common?
They're all Ford trucks.
And
they're built Ford tough.
Also true, but specifically they're Ford F-Series trucks, the best-selling trucks in America for 48 years.
48 years? We should celebrate a month-long event.
Sam.
A truckload of value.
Sam.
Across the entire lineup of Ford trucks.
Sam.
That's called Truck Month already, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, we knew it.
Based on 1977 to 2024 CY Industry reported total sales.
Hey, Boilermaker fans! Basketball season is here, and SeatGeek is here to help you experience all the action. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the courtside celebrations this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Purdue basketball games or to any other live event in your area, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of the Purdue Boilermakers. The most disruptive idea in ticketing? A ticket that works. Expect the expected. SeatGeek.
At Indiana Kitchen Premium Pork Products, just 20 miles down the road from Mackey Arena, we're not just really good bacon makers.
We're Purdue alumni.
We're student interns.
We're student parents.
We're fans.
We're season ticket holders.
We're John Purdue Club members.
We're Boilermakers.
I'm Russ Sherwood, president at Indiana Kitchen, and on behalf of everyone here, we're proud to say our bacon is more than just locally made. Our Indiana Kitchen bacon is boiler made.
Visit IndianaKitchen.com, proud sponsor of Purdue Athletics.
This Valentine's Day, fall in love with the internet of your dreams from MetroNet. Get 1 gig, 100% fiber internet for only $49.95 a month and experience blazing fast speeds that'll make your heart race. And here's the cherry on top. Sign up by March 3rd and you'll receive a $100 Amazon gift card. Don't wait. Visit Metronet.com to learn more. Get MetroNet and love your internet. Terms and conditions apply.
On the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield, Boilermaker Basketball is brought to you by Indiana Kitchen Premium Pork Products. Get to know us at IndianaKitchen.com. Also brought to you by Coors Light. Choose chill. Proud sponsor of the Purdue Boilermakers. The tip is moments away. This is Boilermaker Basketball.
Tonight it's Purdue and Michigan State, a Big Ten tilt. Let's get our keys to the game. What does it take for Purdue to snap a 2-game losing skid? If you were listening to our post-game interview Saturday with Purdue head coach Matt Painter, he told Bob and I very bluntly, very directly, if Purdue wants to win the Big Ten, they can't lose another game. So, Bob, how does it start with winning tonight?
Well, Rob, the first key is going to be rebounding. It just has to be when you take on this Michigan State team. Michigan State, one of the best rebounding teams in the country, as we talked about earlier in the pregame show. Number 3 in rebound margin nationally. Just one of those elite teams as far as getting on the glass, and they typically have been under Coach Izzo for most of his tenure. This Purdue team has been a really good rebounding team here as of late as well. They've out-rebounded their last 4 opponents. Granted, this Michigan State team going to be a much more difficult challenge. And this MSU team is crushing people on the glass. They're not a great outside shooting team. They rank 347th in three-point percentage. So there's going to be some misses, you would presume, when the Spartans let it fly from deep. Purdue has to be able to close those possessions with a defensive rebound and then try to get out in transition and go and get some easy baskets on their end. Watch out for Jackson Kohler, the starting power forward for Michigan State, one of the best offensive rebounders in the league. Second key, the transition points. Also one of the more common keys when it comes to playing the Spartans. This team really gets out and goes in transition. Both Purdue and Michigan State are elite transition offensive teams. MSU is a high-level half-court defensive team, especially on their home floor. So you really, from a Purdue standpoint, added emphasis on trying to get out in transition, get stops, hopefully force some turnovers, and score some easy baskets before this Michigan State team is able to set its defense, because They're one of the better half-court defensive teams you're going to see. They're a top 15 team in defensive efficiency on KenPom. And so you don't want to be living in the half-court offensively the entire game, especially here in the Breslin Center. You're probably not going to get the friendliest of whistles on the road in the league. That's just a common occurrence. So can Purdue find a way to get out in transition? Can they stop Michigan State's transition? Michigan State, on makes or misses, is pushing the ball early and often, getting those deep outlets. Purdue has to have their jammer going to be CJ Cox to start, to jam that point guard on the catch, force him backwards. Don't let him just catch it on the move, on the run with momentum moving forward. Third and final key, can Trey Kaufman-Renn thrive against Michigan State's likely one-on-one post defense? The Spartans, typically under Coach Izzo, have stayed home one-on-one in the post. We saw that even with Zach Edey these last couple years. They like to stay home on the perimeter with the shooters. And we saw Indiana come into this building and get a big win, and a lot of that was due to the 33-point score combined by Malik Reneau and Omar Ballo in that game. They go 14 of 27 combined from the field. Michigan State can be had on the interior, and we'll see if Kaufman-Renn can flourish.
Those are your keys to the game. When we come back, how about tip-off time for Purdue and Michigan State, the only regular season meeting this year between these two. Starting lineups as well, they're presented by Hayes & Sons. That is when we return to the Breslin Center, the home of the Michigan State Spartans. Tonight it's Purdue and Michigan State, and this is Boilermaker Basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
With the Boilermakers, every pass, shot, layup, and score is more than just part of the game. It's a testament to the teamwork, elbow grease, and can-do attitude it takes to win. In the same way, Case IH knows every successful farm is more than just a farm. It's the product of top-notch tillage, planting, harvesting, hay, and forage equipment at the hands of hardworking growers. Get a slam dunk by visiting your local Case IH dealer or go to caseih.com/Boilermakers to learn more. Boiler up!
This is Camden Heidi from Purdue Men's Basketball for my friends at the Halderman Companies, proud supporters of Purdue University. The Halderman team understands the importance of teamwork, execution, and tremendous effort required for us to succeed on the court and provide the same to their clients. Their team includes farm managers, appraisers, and real estate brokers with experience, knowledge, and professionalism to help you accomplish your farm goals. If it has anything to do with the business of farming, Halderman can help. Visit halderman.com today to learn more.
We Boilermakers show our pride in a number of ways, from a Purdue flag flying high on game day to a black and gold tie worn to the office. That loyalty is built on precious memories, time-honored traditions, and lifelong friendships. It's everlasting, and it stays with you wherever you go. So whether you're at Mackey Arena, your hometown grocery store, or across the country, the pride is always there. And now with the Purdue Federal Visa Signature Card, you have one more way to show your pride. Purdue Federal, the official credit card for Purdue fans everywhere. Federally insured by NCUA.
You know you've got a comeback in you. When you take the next step, you're going to make it count. For your career, for your family, for your life. You can earn a degree you're proud of with Purdue Global. Purdue Global is backed by Purdue University, one of the nation's most respected and innovative public universities. This is your chance. This is your opportunity. This is your comeback. Purdue Global, Purdue's online university for working adults. Start your comeback today at purdueglobal.edu.
On the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield, Boilermaker Basketball is brought to you by your Central Indiana Honda dealers are proud to be longtime fans and supporters of Purdue Athletics. Also brought to you by University Bookstore, the official textbook provider for Purdue Athletics and home to the original Purdue Pete. The tip is moments away. Purdue Boilermaker Basketball is on the air.
The Breslin Center, the place to be tonight for the Boilermakers and the Michigan State Spartans. Purdue has won 2 of their last 3 visits here to the Breslin Center. As a matter of fact, Purdue has won 9 of their last 10 against the Spartans. We'll tell you more about that in a moment. But first, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Boilermaker Basketball from Learfield. Tonight's starting lineups are presented by Hayes & Sons, helping Boilermakers restore their property damaged by fire, water, mold, or storms. For over 42 years at Hayes & Sons, we do restoration right. For the Michigan State Spartans, here is how they will go in the backcourt. Jeremy Fears Jr., the 6'2", 190-pound. He redshirt freshman, played 12 games last year, but was injured, actually in a shooting accident, and was not able to play the rest of the season, so he was granted a redshirt season. He's a former McDonald's All-American, averaging 7 points a ball game. Also in the backcourt is Jaden Akins, a 6'4", 190-pound senior, originally from Farmington, Michigan. Started every game last year for the Spartans. He has scored 1,100 points in his career. Also in the backcourt, new to the starting lineup, Jace Richardson, son of former Spartan great Jason Richardson, who had a 14-year NBA career. Jace Richardson's a 6'3" freshman, originally from Denver, Colorado, who's making his 4th start of the season, and he's had some big games, folks. 29 against Oregon, 20 against Rutgers. In the front court, it'll be Jackson Kohler at a forward. What a game he had Saturday night in Champaign. He's 6'9", 245 pounds, and a junior, originally from Utah. 23 points, 10 rebounds against the Illini on Saturday night. He's 7th best in rebounding in the Big Ten at 7.8 rebounds a game. In the center, the big man in the middle is Szymon Zapawa, 7-foot senior, a 5th-year player from Poland, who last year was playing at Longwood. 3 years prior to that, played at Utah State. He averages 5 points a game and 3 rebounds per contest. Tom Izzo in his 30th season as the head coach of the Michigan State Spartans, who are ranked 14th in the country with a 20-5 overall record, 11-3 in the Big Ten. Tom Izzo 8 times a National Coach of the Year. He's been to 8 Final Fours. He won the Natty in 2000. He's 27-25 all time against Purdue. Meanwhile, for the Purdue Boilermakers, here is how they will go. In the backcourt, the point guard Braden Smith, 6', 170-pound junior from Westfield, who in the last 6 games is averaging 20 points and 8.5 assists per ball game. Joining him in the backcourt, Fletcher Lawyer, 6'5", 180-pound junior from Fort Wayne. His older brother, Foster Lawyer, played here at Michigan State. Fletcher averaging nearly 14 points a ball game. Also in the backcourt, C.J. Cox, the 6'3", 200-pound freshman from Lexington, Massachusetts. He had 13 points and 6 rebounds in the loss to the Badgers on Saturday. At a forward, Caleb First, 6'10", 235-pound senior from Fort Wayne's Blackhawk Christian High School, averaging 5 points a game. And the center is Trey Kaufman-Wren, 6'9", 230-pound redshirt junior from Sellersburg, Indiana. In the last 8 games, Trey Kaufman-Wren has been nearly unstoppable, averaging 23.5 points a game, 6.6 rebounds per ball game. The Boilermakers are 19-7, 11-4 in Big Ten competition, ranked 13th in the country, and coached by Matt Painter in his 20th season as the boss of Boilermaker basketball. One of the more amazing statistics, I read it just a moment ago, Bob, the fact that Purdue has won 9 of the last 10 against Michigan State. Very few teams can claim to have that type of success, at least as of late, against the Spartans.
No doubt about it. One of the more impressive stats you'll certainly see. And Purdue's just, they've had Michigan State's number here as of late. And it's been really impressive because Coach Painter versus Coach Izzo, one of the best coaching matchups you'll see in the country. The 2 longest tenured coaches in the league. And Coach Painter's been able to have those bragging rights as of late. So you know Coach Tom Izzo, especially riding high after setting that record as the winningest coach in Big Ten history. He's seeing all the reports about how Purdue's had Michigan State's number as of late. You know he's chomping at the bit to take down the Boilers here tonight.
The 3-man officiating crew for this one is assigned by the Big Ten: Kevin Brill, Earl Walton, and Brian Dorsey. Michigan State in white uniforms, white jerseys, white shorts, green numerals and lettering front and back. It reads State in capital block lettering in green across the chest. Purdue's wearing the anthracite uniforms tonight with the old gold numerals and lettering front and back. It reads Purdue in old gold across the chest. Purdue this season in anthracite uniforms, a perfect 5-0. Let's see if they can keep that streak alive. The tip is thrown high in the sky, hit into the backcourt to our right, controlled by the Spartans, and we are underway at the Breslin Center in Michigan State. Spartans with the opening possession, attacking the basket to our left. Purdue in the man-to-man defense. Left wing it goes. That's far left wing to Jeremy Fears Jr. Right side now to Zapawa, using a screen as he hands to Akins. And now a back cut to Zapawa, and he cuts in for a dunk coming in from the right side. Purdue got caught ball watching, and Zapawa dunks it home. 2-0 Michigan State.
You're right, Rob. Braden Smith there Caught ball watching. He has a tendency to do that because he likes to try to read the ball and maybe gamble from time to time. Right there, gets back cut badly.
Boilermakers attacking the basket to our right. Trying to drive in from the left blockers, Trey Kaufman-Wren. Spins, shoots with a right-handed hook shot. It's long off the back of the rim, controlled by Jackson Kohler, the defender from Michigan State. Spartans the ball as they quickly race the ball up the floor right to left. Richardson on the high right elbow, dribbling on Braden Smith. Chest pass far left wing to Fears. Now further left side it goes to Akins. Akins, the senior from Farmington, Michigan. Right wing into the hands of Richardson. Kick it out high, top of the key. Fears will drive, shoot a 12-footer. No, at the last minute, gave it up to Zapawa. His shot was blocked at the rim by First, picked up by Kohler, and then stolen by Fletcher Lawyer. Now quickly ahead to Braden Smith on a run out and a layup. Boy, how about that? Braden Smith just was sprinting to the other end. No one saw him for Michigan State. Wide open, touchdown pass, Fletcher Lawyer. Purdue is now tied 2-2.
It starts with defense. The block by Caleb First and the quick hands by Cox to get the strip. Lawyer on the steal. Beautiful lead ahead pass to Braden Smith. Hits him in stride.
18-17 to go in this opening half. The Spartans the ball. Purdue on defense here. Akins driving left baseline. Skip pass to the far right elbow. A raw corner, I should say. And it's a three for Jace Richardson. The freshman Jace Richardson, a three-point bucket from the right corner. He shoots 38% from three. Michigan State leaves 5-2.
When you get those bullet cross-court passes to the opposite corner, it's just such a long closeout usually for that defender. Richardson has all day to let that one fly.
Purdue tried to lob it into Kaufman-Wren. He caught it on the right block. Now weak side to First. His shot was blocked at the rim, but a foul is called. First went tumbling to the ground as the shot was blocked at the apex, but a foul is called against the Spartans. And it goes on Zapawa. Had to hesitate for a moment. There were three defenders there. I didn't know who the foul might go against. It goes against Shimon Zapawa, the fifth-year transfer from Longwood, and it sends Caleb First to the foul line for the Boilermakers. First, a 64% foul shooter. Left-handed shooter wearing number 1 on the anthracite uniform, and he misses the first foul shot, left it short. It's Michigan State 5, Purdue 2, and what looks to be a sold-out crowd here at the Breslin Center. This building seats 14,797.
Rob, I love what the official did who made that call. He waited a half second longer just to make sure, as Caleb makes the second free throw, just to make sure he saw what he saw. And the defender Fears clearly did hit Caleb's arm as he went up for that shot attempt.
Boilermakers now on the defensive end, trailing 5-3. Fears dribbling on a high right arc with a right hand, guarded by Cox. Bounces a right corner, caught by Akins. Akins guarded by Lawyer. Topside feed here to Zapawa. Hands off to Richardson. Shot clock at 4. Richardson lobs for Kohler at the rim. Now it's taken away by his own teammate Zapawa, and it's going to be a shot clock violation. That play was all discombobulated to begin with. As the ball was thrown to the bucket, both Zapawa and Kohler reached for it, and they ended up tying up one another, and in the end, it's a shot clock violation on the Spartans.
You're right, Rob. I think Zapawa could have had a chance for a lob, but because Kohler was there, Caleb First, who was guarding Kohler, was also in the area and was able to stop that lob attempt.
Carson Cooper is subbed in for Michigan State, a 6'11" junior from Jackson, Michigan. Purdue the ball with 13 on the shot clock. Dribbling far left arc is Braden Smith. Gives Caleb First back to Braden for 3. Step back 3 on the left wing. No. Long rebound. Grabbed by Braden Smith. Got his own rebound. Now a no-look pass down low to Caleb First, and his layup is good. An offensive rebound by Braden Smith, and then an assist for Braden Smith, and we're tied at 5.
I like Braden Smith being on the offensive glass, being able to track down those long, loose balls, and drops off a sweet dime to Caleb First, who finishes with the strong left hand.
Down low, here's Cooper. He traveled. Cooper was trying to cut in from the right wing. He caught a lob at the rim, but when he caught the ball, he lost his balance, and underneath the basket shuffles the feet, and that's a turnover. Third turnover already on the Spartans early in this game.
How about the heads-up play by Caleb First there? As the pass is going over, Caleb's coming over to try to stop the play. Caleb kind of pulls the chair just a little bit on Carson Cooper, who was expecting some contact. I think that's what caused Cooper to shuffle the feet.
We're tied at 5 at the Breslin Center. Driving Fletcher Lawyer, throwing a shot up at the rim, no good. There was some contact, no call. Rebounded out of there by Kohler and the Spartans. Cooper running to the other end and fouled by Cox at the rim. There's that transition offense for Michigan State off of a missed bucket. They were off and running. Cooper found his way to the rim, didn't make the basket. Fouled by C.J. Cox, and 2 foul shots coming out for Carson Cooper, who this season is a 75% foul shooter.
Well, you said it, Rob. That tough shot there by Fletch leads to the run out. A shot Fletch is capable of making, but a pretty tough contested one there as Cooper does roll off the first free throw with a miss. Your shot selection's got to be great against the Spartans, right? Because if you take a kind of a difficult shot and you miss, it's going to be a run out pretty quickly the other way.
Subbing in for the Spartans, Cohen Carr, the 6'6 sophomore from Stockbridge, Georgia, as the second foul shot is good for Carson Cooper. Averages 5 points a game, does Cooper. That's his first scoring of the game. Michigan State 6, Purdue 5. 16 minutes to go here in the first half from East Lansing. Purdue wearing anthracite, Michigan State in white. Trey Kaufman-Renn at the top of the key, now dribbling to the right hand to the right arc. Dribble hand off to Braden Smith, right back to Trey. 14-foot floater, no, but a tip out to the Boilermakers' Fletcher Lawyer. He caught it on the left arc, throws it right back inside to Kaufman-Renn, spins on Cooper, drives, shoots, scores, in traffic. Boy, that was a tough take for Trey Kaufman-Renn, averaging 19 points a game. Purdue leads 7-6.
You ain't kidding, Robbie. Takes one dribble middle, spins hard baseline, and then took contact from, it looked like almost 2 defenders at the rim, was able to finish through contact.
Kohler at the left block will spin, he'll shoot, he'll score. I'm not sure how Jackson Kohler ended up so wide open under the basket, but he has his first scoring of the game, and Michigan State leads 8-7.
He got behind the Purdue defense, and then Purdue just a little bit late in recovering, and that's too easy for Kohler.
Braden Smith will drive to the right block, now shoot a fall away, baseline jumper, good. Falling away from the defender, 4 points. 4 points for Braden Smith. Purdue leading 9-8 with 15 minutes to go first half. Spartans the ball, attacking the bucket to our left. Jace Richardson between the circles. Crossover dribble left to right. Feeds Cooper top of the key. He goes chest pass left side to Trey Holloman, who subbed in a moment ago. He'll pull the trigger from 15 and miss. Offensive rebound missed by Carr, and then he won't miss a second time. Cohen Carr missed his first offensive tip in, but he didn't miss when they had a second opportunity. Michigan State leads 10-9.
That's got to be a missed box out there by Purdue, and Cohen Carr, the last guy you cannot box out when he's flying in from the perimeter.
That man can jump out of the gym, literally. Trey Kaufman-Renn backing down Cooper on the block, spinning and shooting with the right hand, fouled by Cooper in the middle of the paint. Free throws when we come back for the Boilermakers, Trey Kaufman-Renn. On the Central Indiana Honda Dealer scoreboard, Michigan State 10, Purdue 9. This is Boilermaker Basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
At Indiana Kitchen Premium Pork Products, just 20 miles down the road from Mackey Arena, we're not just really good bacon makers.
We're Purdue alumni.
We're student interns.
We're student parents.
We're fans.
We're season ticket holders.
We're John Purdue Club members.
We're Boilermakers.
I'm Russ Sherwood, president at Indiana Kitchen, and on behalf of everyone here, we're proud to say our bacon is more than just locally made. Our Indiana Kitchen bacon is Boilermakers.
Visit IndianaKitchen.com, proud sponsor of Purdue Athletics.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side, your Sleep Number setting. And now it's our lowest price of the season on our top-selling i8 smart bed. Your best savings, plus free home delivery with any base. Exclusively at a Sleep Number store near you. All Sleep Number smart beds offer temperature solutions for your best sleep. Learn more at sleepnumber.com.
Electric Plus has the mission to be the best electrical contractor in Indiana, leading the league in new construction, modernizations, and service repair. Family-owned and operated Electric Plus serves our communities with pride. We have 24/7 emergency coverage for all businesses, with offices in Lafayette, Avon, Kokomo, and Bloomington. Check us out online today. Visit electricplus.com and boiler up.
We know to contact Indiana 811 at least 2 working days before every dig. But did you also know spraying a white line around the area you plan to dig means utility flags will only go in that area? Fewer flags in the yard? Easier mowing? Everybody wins.
Everybody except my kid.
I don't want to mow the yard.
Everybody except for your kid wins. Contact Indiana 811 at least 2 working days before picking up a shovel. It's the only way to dig. Learn more at 811.safedigindiana.com.
This is Josh First, and this is Purdue Basketball.
Purdue Boilermakers are ranked 13th in the latest net rankings. Michigan State 21st. Right now, the Spartans lead Purdue 10-9 here at the Breslin Center on Michigan State's campus. Purdue Athletics would like to thank and recognize members of the Black and Gold Club who support Purdue Athletics through their sponsorship at the highest level. Black and Gold Club members include Indiana Packers, Molson Coors, Purdue Federal Credit Union, Purdue Global, Riley Children's Health, State Farm Insurance, Toyota, and Wabash, each great partners of Purdue Athletics. Xavier Booker, Indianapolis kid, played at Cathedral High School, subbing in for the Spartans. He's 6'11" and a sophomore. Had 11 points against the Boilermakers in that game last year at Mackey Arena, you might remember. And Purdue has subbed in Jakari Harris, the 6'3" freshman from Atlanta. At the foul line, Trey Kaufman-Wren for the Boilermakers. First foul shot is on the way, good. Trey, in the last 6 games, is shooting 80% from the foul line. He has 3 points in this game. We're tied at 10. Bending the knees, shooting foul line right, scoring. Quick break in the action so Camden Heide can sub in and replace Caleb First for Purdue. Heide, the 6'7" redshirt sophomore from Minnesota.
Really good minutes from Caleb there to start the game as far as a couple buckets or got fouled once, scored a bucket, and then forced a couple turnovers defensively as well.
Purdue leads 11-10. Michigan State the ball. Kicking a corner for a Holloman 3. That's a left corner. It's long and tipped at it once, twice. Still loose on the floor. Knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Michigan State. Carson Cooper was battling with Camden Heide. Fletcher Lawyer was in there in the fray as well. When it was all said and done, the ball was knocked out of bounds at the Purdue bench area, and the Boilermakers have the ball.
Well, Purdue fortunate there. Trey Holloman, a very good three-point shooter, shooting 32% on the year, capable of making those open threes. Had a really good look in that left corner.
Fletcher Lawyer, left wing, bounce pass down to the left block, caught by Trey Kaufman-Wren. Sizes up Cooper, spins on him, scores. He's able to spin, I should say, to the baseline side, coming in from the left wing. Trey Kaufman-Wren now with 6 points. Purdue leads 13-10. Akins, right side, Booker, guarded by Heide. Top side caught by Akins. Akins now dribbling on the far left wing, guarded by Braden Smith. Snake dribbles his way to the top of the key, gives to Holloman. Swing it left side for Cohen Carr. Drives to the elbow to Booker. Now to Akins. Shot clock at 3. 2. Akins fall away 15-footer, misses badly, and that's going to be a shot clock violation. That ball hit the backboard, but it did not hit the rim. That's already twice tonight that Purdue defensively has forced a shot clock violation against the Spartans, and Purdue takes over the ball.
Purdue flying around defensively, containing the dribble, and it's much easier against a team that doesn't shoot the three as well as, say, Wisconsin, but really good defense early in this game by Purdue.
12:55 to go in the first half. Purdue leads 13-10. Purdue throws it inside on the right block, caught by Trey Kaufman-Wren. He swings it to the left wing, caught by Braden Smith. Now to the right wing, Jakari Harris. Harris picks up the dribble. Purdue swings it top side, caught by Braden Smith, and there's an illegal screen on Trey Kaufman-Wren. Wren was setting a screen at the top of the arc. Braden Smith was the dribbler. Trey hit with the illegal screen, and that's a Purdue turnover. First foul of the game on Trey Kaufman-Wren. He comes out of the game replaced by Raleigh Burgess, the 6'11 freshman from Cincinnati. And also into the game, here comes Miles Colvin, who had 9 points against Wisconsin on Saturday. Miles, the 6'5 sophomore from Indianapolis. Michigan State the ball, Purdue leading 13-10, and now a foul away from the ball, and this is on Trey Holloman of Michigan State. He pushed off trying to clear space on the baseline. Another turnover on the Spartans. So each team trading turnovers with offensive fouls.
And certainly the one for Purdue hurts a little bit more with it being Trey Kaufman-Wren, but definitely Purdue happy to get the possession right back.
12:20 to play in this opening half. Here in East Lansing, a couple of teams ranked in the top 15 A couple of teams trying to stay alive and hunt for a Big Ten title. Inside to Burgess against Kohler. Kick it out to Heidi. Heidi fakes a three from the right wing. Drives to the baseline, stops. Out high to Colvin. Miles will pull the trigger on the right wing. Blocked, and then picked up by Booker in the painted area. The ball was blocked out on the wing by Carr. Now Michigan State with the ball. They're driving into Akins at the left elbow. Kick it out for a three from Holloman straight away. In and out, no good. Raleigh Burgess with a strong rebound in traffic for the Boilermakers. Purdue on the run left to right. 11:40 to go opening half. Braden Smith in the pink sneakers, working his way downhill against Holloman, falling away right baseline. Good again. Twice tonight he's made that shot, falling away on the right baseline. Quickly, Michigan State to the other end. Purdue leading 15-10. 11:25 to play in the opening half. Holloman, deep right elbow extended to Kohler. Catch and shoot three, long, nope. Rebounded there by Miles Colvin. Kohler had a wonderful game shooting the three against Illinois Saturday. Misses that one, however. Purdue on the run here. Heidi fakes a three, top of the key. Dribbles left elbow. Gives it up to Braden Smith, who pulled the trigger. He misses from three. Jakari Harris a rebound. Boilermakers with a reload and a fresh shot clock of 20 seconds. 11 minutes to go in the half. Purdue up 15-10. Braden Smith will drive. Tried to throw it in the corner and it was stolen. Tried to throw to Colvin. Stolen at the other end. It'll be a layup for Akins and Michigan State. Oh, you can't turn it over against the Spartans. That puts them in transition. Purdue leads 15-12.
No doubt, Rob. The live ball turnover there proves costly as a great skip-ahead pass that I thought Purdue might get a handoff for a second. Instead, Akins runs right underneath it for an uncontested layup.
Braden Smith will drive. Kick to the left corner and turn it over again. Same play. Tried to throw it to the left corner, occupied by Colvin, and the pass was stolen for a second straight possession. Purdue up by 3, but Michigan State the ball with 10:15 to go in the opening half. Purdue 15, Michigan State 12. Holloman, snake dribble to the free throw line, lobs for Carr, missed the dunk, got it back, and then stripped away by Braden Smith, stolen by Camden Heidi. Now Purdue races the other way, left to right, Jakari Harris a three, bullseye from the right wing. The freshman, Jakari Harris, with Purdue's first triple. Purdue's up 18-12.
Wow, what a sequence there. Braden Smith, great hands to poke that ball away when it looks like Carr's going to jam it under the basket. And then almost a near steal on a Cam Heidi outlet. Instead, Jakari Harris, a timely three in transition.
9:40 to go opening half. Clock ticking. Both of these teams would like a commercial timeout. We've been playing a while. Here's a bucket and an and one opportunity. Trey Holloman coming down the left side of the paint. Threw his body into Raleigh Burgess. Burgess commits the foul. Holloman with a chance at an and one when we come back to East Lansing. Purdue 18, Michigan State 14 on the Boilermaker Basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
This is Camden Heidi from Purdue Men's Basketball. For my friends at the Halderman Companies, proud supporters of Purdue University. The Halderman team understands the importance of teamwork, execution, and tremendous effort required for us to succeed on the court and provide the same to their clients. Their team includes farm managers, appraisers, and real estate brokers with experience, knowledge, and professionalism to help you accomplish your farm goals. If it has anything to do with the business of farming, Halderman can help. Visit halderman.com today to learn more.
This Valentine's Day, fall in love with the internet of your dreams from MetroNet. Get 1 gig, 100% fiber internet for only $49.95 a month and experience blazing fast speeds that'll make your heart race. And here's the cherry on top. Sign up by March 3rd and you'll receive a $100 Amazon gift card. Don't wait. Visit Metronet.com to learn more. Get MetroNet and love your internet. Terms and conditions apply.
Hey, Boilermaker fans! Basketball season is here, and SeatGeek is here to help you experience all the action. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the courtside celebrations this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Purdue basketball games or to any other live event in your area, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of the Purdue Boilermakers. The most disruptive idea in ticketing? A ticket that works. Expect the expected. SeatGeek.
Indiana farmers, building new markets takes time and pays back dividends with long-term demand for your crops. High oleic soybean oil drives new demand for Indiana soybeans to domestic and international markets. Plus, it's a healthier oil, more desirable to customers. Your checkoff is building this demand right here in Indiana. Purdue Athletics is proud to offer their foods prepared in heart-healthy, high oleic soybean oil this season. Learn more about this oil at incornandsoy.org/premiums. This message was funded by Indiana soybean farmers and their checkoff.
Purdue 18, Michigan State 14. 9:34 to play first half. For comprehensive coverage of college basketball, tune to Sirius XM Big Ten Radio, channel 372 in the car, and on the all-new Sirius XM app. Sirius XM, the home of your favorite team and conference, including games, plus interviews and analysis. So cheer along with the Sirius XM app. Listen to your favorite team anywhere you go. Get a free trial at SiriusXM.com/Big Ten Radio 2025. Rob Blackman, Bobby Riddell, with on-site audio engineer Wes Scott. Purdue is out rebound Michigan State early, 7-4. Purdue with 3 turnovers in the first half, 5 for the Spartans. As we resume action, an and-one opportunity here for Trey Holloman, the junior from Minneapolis, averaging 8 points a game. He's only missed 3 foul shots all year. He's 39 of 42 at the foul line. A guy who was a Division I football recruit coming out of high school as well as basketball, and he missed it. His 4th missed free throw of the season. Can you believe it? Purdue rebounds, and the Boilermakers the ball. Trey Kaufman-Renn back on the floor playing with 1 foul here. Caleb First dribbling at the top of the key. Gives it left side to C.J. Cox. The freshman swings it left side on a chest pass to Kaufman-Renn. Now further left wing, it goes to Braden Smith. He'll drive, kick to Cox for a 3 on the right wing. Triple time. C.J. Cox, his first made 3 of the game. He shoots 42% from distance this season. Purdue leads 21-14.
Wonderful dribble penetration and pitch there. Braden Smith to his backcourt mate C.J. Cox. And how about the freshman Harrison Cox coming through with a couple timely hits from 3.
A lob for Zapala, dunks at the rim. Purdue helped up off the baseline. That's a no-no. Allowed Zapala to catch a lob and a dunk. Akins with a pass, and it's 21 for Purdue, 16 for Michigan State.
That's something Michigan State is really good at, using Zapala and Cooper in particular on those lobs on the pick and roll.
Frankie Fiddler is subbed in for the Spartans, a senior transferring in from Omaha. Shot clock at 7. Trey Kaufman-Renn, left elbow extended, wants to drive. He's double teamed. Kick to Cox for a deep 3 straight away. That one misses badly. Rebound and a foul. Foul on Caleb First, trying to take a rebound away from Zapawa. Oh no, they're going to give it on Trey Kaufman-Renn. Oh, I thought that one was going against Caleb First. Matt Painter's checking with the official to make sure, as Brian Dorsey is saying, did you get the right guy here? Trey is beside himself. He can't believe that foul goes against him, his second. I thought for certain that was going against Caleb First, and now Purdue subs in the seldom-used Will Berg, the 7'2 redshirt sophomore from Sweden. Will hasn't played in 3 games, but he's on the floor right now in big minutes for Purdue, guarding Zapawa. Fiddler, baseline, right side, gives it top of the key. Catch here for Fears. Back to Fiddler, driving, shooting at the rim, fouled by Miles Colvin once he got into the painted area. First foul of the game on Miles Colvin. That's something the Purdue coaches talked about early and often today. Do not let the ball get into the paint. There it did. Timeout on the floor. 21 for Purdue, 16 for Michigan State, 7:53 to go first half on the Central Indiana Honda Dealers scoreboard. This is Boilermaker Basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
Franciscan Health is proud to be the official medical provider for Purdue Athletics. Does a sudden sports injury have you on the bench? We can assist. Franciscan Health sports medicine specialists have mastered a team approach to sports injuries. You'll have access to a network of orthopedic professionals, rehabilitation services, and highly advanced technologies and treatments to get you back out on the field. To learn more, visit franciscanhealth.org/sportsmedicine.
We Boilermakers show our pride in a number of ways, from a Purdue flag flying high on game day to a black and gold tie worn to the office. That loyalty is built on precious memories, time-honored traditions, and lifelong friendships. It's everlasting, and it stays with you wherever you go. So whether you're at Mackey Arena, your hometown grocery store, or across the country, the pride is always there. And now with the Purdue Federal Visa Signature Card, you have one more way to show your pride. Purdue Federal, the official credit card for Purdue fans everywhere. Federally insured by NCAA.
Purdue University. We're in the persistent pursuit of the next giant leap. We're developing solutions to today's toughest challenges and building a better world together. From our research labs in West Lafayette to new opportunities at Purdue University in Indianapolis. Together, we dare to go first and picture what's next in a first-of-its-kind short film, Boilers to Mars. Find out about our legacy and future in space at boilerstomars.com.
Need a little home makeover to get through the last few weeks of winter? Kohl's is having a big sale so you can give your home a reset. Plus, Kohl's Rewards members save an extra 15% on so much to refresh your space, like stylish decor, cozy pillows, convenient storage, and so much more. So hurry to Kohl's to snag your savings before the secret's out. Select styles. Kohl's Rewards 15% off coupon valid through March 2nd. Must be a Kohl's Rewards member. Exclusions apply. Visit a store or Kohl's.com for details.
This is PJ Thompson, and you're listening to Purdue Basketball.
Join Boilermaker Alliance today. Purdue's official name, image, and likeness collective supporting Purdue athletes. Visit BoilermakerAlliance.com to learn more. 2 fouls for Trey Kaufman-Renn of the Boilermakers means Will Berg is into the game. Berg last played February the 7th against USC, and that was for only 2 minutes in mop-up duty. Now he's in the game in a big spot for the Boilermakers as we resume action, and Frankie Fiddler steps to the line for the Spartans. Fiddler, a 90% foul shooter, originally from Bellevue, Nebraska, a senior and a transfer from Omaha. Shoots the first one and makes it. First scoring of the game for Fiddler, who averages 7 points a contest. First team All-Summit League last year after he averaged 20 points a game. Dribbles once, lets it fly, made it. Purdue 21, Michigan State 18. That is the score from the Breslin Center. 7:45 to go, clock ticking. We're in the first half. Braden Smith dribbling right arc. Takes a screen from Will Berg at the top of the key, now going to the left arc. To first. Hands it right back to Braden Smith, who goes right elbow extended. Trying to size up Fiddler. Stops to the left elbow. Kick to Berg. Gives to Cox. Cox in the left corner. Now to Braden Smith. Shot clock at 3. He's going to have to shoot a deep 3. No good. Long rebound. Grabbed out of there by Jace Richardson and the Spartans. Purdue is up against the shot clock. Had to settle for a 25-footer straight away from Braden Smith. Spartans the ball. Purdue a 3-point lead.
It's tough to get a lot of offense there with Wilberg and Caleb First. Neither one really a post threat and neither one able to shoot. Made life difficult there for Braden Smith, having to take a tough shot, late shot clock.
7 minutes to go in this first half. Here's a near steal for Caleb First, but off of his fingertips into the Purdue bench area. Michigan State keeps the ball, 5 on a shot clock. They inbound right in front of the Purdue bench in the front court. Shooting at the basket to our left are the Spartans. Here in the sold-out arena that hangs the banners for all 8 of Tom Izzo's Final Fours. Fears, right elbow, short floater, no. Caught the front of the rim. Zapawa a rebound, however. Zapawa a reload here for the Spartans. Shot clock at 13. Fiddler's in the right corner. Bounces to the far right wing out near the timeline. Back to Fiddler, he has it. Dribbles in, loses his balance, picks the ball up, shoots a fall-away floater, short. Rebounded Will Berg of the Boilermakers. Purdue on the run, left to right. Braden Smith leads the charge. In the right corner, it goes to Lawyer. Lawyer's older brother, Foster, played a couple of seasons here at Michigan State. That's back when the Lawyers lived in Clarkston, Michigan. Braden Smith between the rings, fouled on the drive by Jace Richardson, son of Jason Richardson. 2 hands on the ball handler, that'll get you every time. First foul on Richardson.
It looks like the Boilers going to play with fire here a little bit, but I think it's the right move as they bring Trey Kaufman-Renn in for Will Berg. As Trey's got the 2 fouls. Will did a nice job, though, defensively on that last possession and then securing that defensive board.
6:18 to go in the first half, and as Bob mentioned, back into the game, Trey Kaufman-Renn with 2 fouls. Trey has scored in double figures in every game this year for Purdue. Braden Smith will drive to the left block and stop. Cut off by Cooper. Now to Kaufman-Wren. He'll shoot a short floater. It is left short from the right block. And here come the Spartans on the run. Cohen Carr left baseline. Throw it out to the far left wing. Jeremy Fears has the ball in the dribble. Guarded by Caleb First. He wants a clear out. Throws to Carr in the left corner. Now to Jackson Kohler, left block. Skip pass to Richardson. Top of the key for three for Fears. In and out, no good. Rebounded, however, by Carson Cooper of Michigan State. Another offensive rebound for the Spartans. Kohler throws into the opposite corner. Three on the way for Richardson is long. Rebounded Braden Smith. He wants to push the tempo left to right. Braden quickly up over the timeline. Using a screen from Kaufman-Wren. Throws to Kaufman-Wren. Spins. Lost the ball en route, but picked up by Caleb First on the baseline. Purdue keeps the possession. 15 on the shot clock. 5:20 on the game clock. We're in the first half. Purdue a 3-point lead over Michigan State. Braden Smith between the leg dribble right to left. Will shoot a three from the left arc. Good. A bullseye. Cold-blooded Braden Smith. 9 points for him. Purdue's up 24-18.
A much-needed three for Purdue and Braden Smith, just for his confidence. Had a couple threes back rim earlier in this game. That time had plenty of time to size that one up. And they drained that one left wing.
Braden shooting 39% from three on the season. That's his first made three of this game. Spartans now the ball. Shot clock at 6. A foul on Braden Smith on the jump shooting Jace Richardson. Richardson dribbled to the right elbow, rise and fire, and Braden Smith jumped up there and tried to block it and hit him on the elbow. And that sends Jace Richardson, the outstanding freshman, to the foul line.
Braden didn't seem to love the call. There would be interesting to get a better look if he was able to get all ball in that contest or if he hit Richardson on the wrist, but Richardson going to the line for two nonetheless.
Left-handed shooting Jace Richardson makes the first foul shot. On the season, 87% foul shooter. This is a great free throw shooting team in Michigan State. They are 80.6% as a team. That's fourth best in the country.
Have played a couple elite free throw shooting teams here back-to-back with the Badgers, who were leading the nation.
Yeah, they're number one, and now here the fourth best. One more free throw here. Richardson, white t-shirt under the white uniform, wears number 11 and makes it. 5 points for Richardson. Purdue leads 24-20 with 4:40 to play in this opening half in East Lansing. Braden Smith over the 10-second barrier. Left to right, dribbling with the right hand, looks to the Purdue bench to get the call for the play from PJ Thompson, the assistant coach. Left elbow extended, bounce pass, it goes to Trey Kaufman-Wren. Shoots a right-handed hook shot, scores. Over the outstretched arms of the 6'11 Carson Cooper. And now we have what? A timeout? Purdue takes a timeout to get Trey Kaufman-Wren out of the game. Think about the strategy there, Bob. Purdue is so concerned about Trey picking up that third foul. Matt Painter takes a timeout with 4:23 to go in the half just to get him out of the game. We'll take a timeout as well on the Central Indiana Honda Dealers scoreboard. Purdue leads 26-20. This is Boilermaker Basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
Purdue University knows a thing or two about making great plays, and so does Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Whether you qualify for Medicaid or Medicare, a plan through the Affordable Care Act, or have health coverage through your job, you can feel confident with Anthem's large network of doctors, hospitals, and health professionals. To learn more about Anthem's health plans, call your authorized agent or visit Anthem.com. Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield is the trade name of Anthem Insurance Companies, Inc., independent licensees of the Blue Cross Blue Shield Association. Anthem is a registered trademark of Anthem Insurance Companies, Inc.
Hancock County, Indiana, located just 15 minutes from downtown Indianapolis near I-70 and I-465, is open for business. Learn why we are one of the fastest growing communities in Indiana. With access to available land, infrastructure, transportation, and a regional airport, join other national brands like Amazon, Carvana, and Walmart, and discover why we are the best kept secret in central Indiana. This message brought to you by the Hancock County Economic Development Council. Visit us at HancockEDC.com or at 317-477-7241.
Boilermaker fans, did you know that Canon 4 helps leading-edge companies get out of the office printer and copying business? We're a legendary company with legendary people and a legendary platform that will help your business improve document workflow and increase business efficiencies. To learn more, visit Canon4.com. That's CANNON, the number 4.com.
Purdue University. We're in the persistent pursuit of the next giant leap. We're developing solutions to today's toughest challenges and building a better world together. From our research labs in West Lafayette to new opportunities at Purdue University in Indianapolis. Together, we dare to go first and picture what's next in a first-of-its-kind short film, Boilers to Mars. Find out about our legacy and future in space at boilerstomars.com.
Purdue fans win a prize pack with tickets to the Purdue-UCLA game coming up February 28th at Mackey Arena. Go to purduesports.com/basketballvip. But you have to register by tomorrow, February 19th, for your chance to win. Brought to you by Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and Purdue Athletics. Purdue 26, Michigan State 20. Will Berg subs back in for Trey Kaufman-Wren. Purdue's Matt Painter uses his use it or lose it timeout in the first half because he wants Trey Kaufman-Wren out of the game and trying to protect him with 2 fouls. Michigan State the ball, right to left they come. Holloman, right elbow, stops there. Feeds Jace Richardson on the high right wing. Toes on the arc. Now to Cooper. Carson Cooper, top of the key, guarded by Berg. Shot clock down to 10. Berg now guarding Jace Richardson. Richardson wants to drive. He does. Left-handed layup. No, but a foul was called. Well, you could tell Richardson, as soon as he saw Berg was on him, was sizing him up. He took him right to the rim. Foul was on Caleb First, coming over in help side defense. And Jace Richardson will go to the foul line for Michigan State. Michigan State in this game is 5 of 7 at the foul line.
Well, Will Berg gets switched onto Jace Richardson on the perimeter, and a situation where I think Will shows his inexperience. First off, not sure he's necessarily supposed to get switched onto Richardson there, but he does as Richardson makes the first free throw. But then you got to know Jace Richardson's a left-handed player and is going to want to try to dribble into the center of the defense with his strong hand. He allows the crossover, and Richardson gets the blow-by.
And Richardson makes both foul shots. 7 points for Richardson, who averages 10 a game as a freshman. His father, Jason, played here. Michigan State, was a 14-year NBA pro. And Braden Smith lost the ball, turned it over in the front court. Michigan State is running. Cohen Carr to the rim and fouled by Jakari Harris. Oh, that's that live ball turnover that can really do some damage against Michigan State especially. First foul on Jakari Harris sends Cohen Carr to the foul line. Carr, the sophomore from Stockbridge, Georgia. 63% foul shooter is Cohen Carr. Left-handed player, wears number 55 on the white jersey. Makes the first foul shot. Not easily, but it stayed in there.
He shot free throws very well this year. His free throw percentage for a guy you would think as a guy who can't shoot very well from the perimeter, he's shooting 68% from the line, which is much better than you would think.
Yeah, 68. I erroneously said 63. Bob's right, 68. And he did make the second foul shot. By the way, that was a 2-shot foul for Michigan State, but they are in the bonus now with a 1-and-1. Purdue 26, Michigan State 24. And Purdue has Trey Kaufman-Wren back on the floor here, playing with his 2 fouls, playing on the offensive end. And Cooper fouled him. The ball was being entered into the post. Cooper came over the top, reached and fouled. The 2 fouls on Carson Cooper. Team foul number 5 on the Spartans. And Cooper comes out of the game. He'll be replaced by Zapawa, the Longwood transfer. Purdue inbounding baseline right. Purdue leading 26-24. 3:29 to go first half. Purdue lobs it way out high on the right arc, caught by Trey Kaufman-Wren. A bad pass to Fletcher Lawyer, picked up by Michigan State. They'll lob for Carr. He'll catch and dunk. Another live ball turnover. Spartans in transition, and we're tied at 26.
That was an unbelievable play by Richardson to beat Lawyer to that loose ball and then throw an unbelievable perfect lob pass to Cohen Carr.
Purdue on the run here, working the ball offensively. Harris a 3, missed it off the left side of the rim from the right wing. Spartans with a rebound. Carr came up with it defensively. Less than 3 to go. First half, we're tied at 26. Both teams have 5 turnovers, but Purdue's live ball turnovers are making it easy. And here's a dunk for Zapawa on a screen and dive at the top of the key.
We talked about earlier, Zappala and Cooper, both really big-time lob threats in that pick-and-roll game. You have to have great help side to take that away. Purdue, not there.
8 in a row for the Spartans. They're up 28-26. Braden Smith snake dribbling, and he tried to throw it to Caleb First, but First didn't see it coming. Again, running, the Spartans. Kohler a layup. Timeout, Purdue.
Purdue just all out of sorts here. The live ball turnovers, one after another, just backbreaking for the Boilers.
Live ball turnovers have led to a 10-0 run for the Spartans. 2:19 remains in this first half. Matt Painter had already used his use it or lose it first half timeout, but the game was getting away from the Boilermakers. So he takes a second timeout. The unexpected happens every day. When it does, head to Kohl's and Kohls.com for everything your family needs. Kohl's, where families come first. That last turnover, Braden Smith jumped in the air near the foul line like he was going to shoot a jump shot. So Caleb First turned to the basket to go rebound and never saw the pass coming, which was at the back of Caleb First.
For sure. I don't think that's necessarily one of those plays where it's anyone's fault per se. Braden likes to shoot that little fadeaway jumper, right? And he kind of gets into his shooting motion. Caleb thinks he's going to shoot it. Braden, as he was getting into his shot, maybe just felt a little bit uncomfortable taking it. Maybe thought the contest was a little bit better than he was anticipating. Looks to drop it off. You know, it's a tough play. Obviously, Braden, as the guy with the ball, is the one who's ultimately going to have to take the blame for that one because, once you kind of get into that shooting motion, it's tough to pass in the air.
The turnovers were 5-2. Michigan State 5, Purdue 2. Now they're 6-5. Purdue was 6. Michigan State 5. Purdue trying to look for a bucket here. Down low to Trey Kaufman-Wren, and he was fouled at the left block. Michigan State fans wanted to travel, but the official on the far left arc called the foul against the Spartans. Tom Izzo didn't like it. The official giving him an explanation.
Tom with a little pirouette on the sideline after I think he thought a travel was going to be called, and it probably could have been, but they did deem a foul occurred before Trey shuffled the feet.
I thought that's what was coming, a foul.
And thankfully that is what was called.
I don't always get them right. Purdue ball inbounding baseline right to Lawyer. 3 on the way, left wing. Yes, boy, did Purdue need that. Something fierce. First scoring of the game for Fletcher Lawyer. Purdue trails 30-29 with 1:50 remaining in the first half.
Fletch has been a 61% three-point shooter against his brother's former school throughout his career, and you're right, Purdue needed Fletch to hit a big 3 there.
Akins with a ball, perimeter left arc from Michigan State to Jackson Kohler. Top of the key now to Akins, swings it further right side for Jace Richardson. Harris on him, freshman on freshman here. Knocked away by Harris, picked back up by Richardson. Shot clock at 2, has to shoot a desperation 3, and he made it. Top of the key, had to hurry it up there because the shot clock was expiring, and he made it. 33-29, Michigan State.
What a shot by the freshman after Purdue has some momentum and plays a great defensive possession for about 28 seconds. Richardson breaks their heart.
Braden Smith, left elbow on the dribble, guarded closely by Holloman. Gives the ball to Trey Kaufman-Wren and gives it right back to Braden. Back to Trey. Floater in the painted area, no. Jackson Kohler rebound off the right side of the rim. Less than 1 minute remaining here in the first half. Michigan State will take a timeout. Michigan State leading 33-29 over Purdue. 52.6 to play in the opening half. Looking to buy, sell, or build a home, but don't know where to start? Call Trusted Agents at True Blood Real Estate, the official real estate partner of Purdue Athletics. Sometimes it's difficult to know why your team is trailing on the scoreboard. You feel like they're doing so many things well. Other times, you have a pretty good sense for why, and it's been live ball turnovers in the first half. Why Purdue is down 4 at this juncture of the ball game.
It really is, and it feels like Purdue's played well for chunks of this first half, but unfortunately just a couple little blips where some live ball turnovers pop up, and it's allowed the Spartans get a lot of easy points in transition, because in the half court, Michigan State's offense has not necessarily been great. Purdue's done a really nice job defensively, I feel like, in the half court when they've been able to be set, but that's why Michigan State's so good. They're so elite when it comes to pushing the basketball, and Purdue has helped that out quite a bit with some of those live ball turnovers. Uncharacteristic, certainly, especially for the ones from Braden Smith.
6 turnovers for the Boilermakers. Purdue averages just 10 turnovers a game. Quick stoppage of play here before we get back to action. Fletcher Lawyer bleeding from the left elbow, so they're getting him fixed up.
Purdue on pace to have the 3rd lowest turnover per game in school history.
Right. The crowd is chanting, "Foster's better." Foster Lawyer, older brother of Fletcher. Richardson drives in right elbow, throws up a left-handed floater, air ball, loose on the floor. Diving for it, Braden Smith, and he comes away with that rebound to Lawyer. Lawyer fakes a 3 and finds Will Berg wide open, and Will dunks the ball into the bucket with 2 hands. Excellent shot fake by Lawyer on the arc. All the Michigan State players ran at him, which meant no one was guarding Will Berg, standing wide open under the basket. Purdue trails 33-31.
How about Purdue turning the tables on Sparty and getting an easy dunk in transition of their own? But you're right. Fletch makes that play. His gravity with his shooting ability is what drew so much of the attention of the Spartans.
Michigan State holding for the final shot here. We're down to 7 now, 6 now, 5. Fears to Akins. Akins will drive. Lost the ball en route. Shoots a right-handed layup. It's no good. Knocked out of bounds. And Purdue gets a much-needed stop. And it was Will Berg who actually blocked the shot at the rim. So excellent minutes from Will Berg, who rarely plays these days. He was in the starting lineup early in the season, then relegated to the bench, and now tonight, when Purdue needed the help, boy, he provided it. Michigan State 33, Purdue 31, halftime at the Breslin Center. The Coors Light halftime report begins when we come back. This is Boilermaker Basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
We Boilermakers show our pride in a number of ways, from a Purdue flag flying high on game day to a black and gold tie worn to the office. That loyalty is built on precious memories, time-honored traditions, and lifelong friendships. It's everlasting, and it stays with you wherever you go. So whether you're at Mackey Arena, your hometown grocery store, or across the country, the pride is always there. And now with the Purdue Federal Visa Signature Card, you have one more way to show your pride. Purdue Federal, the official credit card for Purdue fans everywhere. Federally insured by NCUA.
For hybrid vehicles that give you 614 miles of continuous driving, it's gotta be Honda. Save thousands on Honda hybrids with 2.9% financing. Award-winning Honda hybrids, Accord, Civics, and CR-Vs. With hybrids, the battery charges as you drive. Like the 2025 Honda Accord Sport or Touring model. Now with low 2.9% APR financing. To see why it's gotta be Honda, search your local Honda dealer today. See dealer for financing details for well-qualified buyers. Offer ends 3/3/25.
Attention fans! Do you want a chance to win tickets to see the Boilermakers take on the UCLA Bruins on February 28th? Winner gets 2 tickets, hospitality passes, VIP parking, and a signed basketball. All you have to do is register at purduesports.com/basketballvip and register by February 17th for a chance to win this amazing opportunity. Brought to you by Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and Purdue Athletics.
University Bookstore, the official textbook provider for Purdue Athletics and home of the original Purdue Pete, announced the return of 3-Point Thursdays. When the men play, win or lose, you score on every three-pointer. You can save up to 39% off your purchase. Get set to save with Purdue Men's Basketball with 3-Point Thursdays. 2 locations, State Street and across from Mackey Arena. Save at University Bookstore.
On the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield, Boilermaker Basketball is brought to you by Coors Light, Choose Chill, proud sponsor of the Purdue Boilermakers. Also brought to you by Case IH. Take your success off the court and out into the field. with Case IH's superior farming tools. Visit your local Case IH dealers or learn more at caseih.com/Boilermakers. And by Indiana Kitchen Premium Pork Products. Get to know us at indianakitchen.com. Purdue Boilermaker Basketball is on the air. This is the Boilermaker Halftime Show.
And this is the Coors Light Halftime Report. Coors Light, mountain cold refreshment, choose chill. Proud sponsor of the Purdue Boilermakers. Celebrate responsibly. Michigan State 33, Purdue 31. That is the halftime score. Rob Blackman and Bobby Riddell thanking you for joining us here this evening from East Lansing. Boy, crucial juncture in this game, Bob. Purdue is leading 26-20, trying to work around Trey Kaufman-Wren playing with 2 fouls. And during that time, Michigan State went on a 10-0 run to take a 30-26 lead. But to Purdue's credit, when you felt like Purdue was teetering on a complete collapse, they got the big three-pointer from Fletcher Lawyer, and all of a sudden, being down 33-31 at halftime doesn't feel so bad.
I would agree with you. I think getting to the halftime horn, having it be just a 2-point deficit, avoiding Trey getting his 3rd foul as he did re-enter the contest there for pieces of those final 4.5 minutes or so, it is pretty critical, and you feel like you're in a pretty decent spot. It does feel like that second foul call on Trey was a big momentum swing in that first half. It felt like Purdue had a lot of good things going. Trey just hit a jump hook for his 8th point out of the half, and then the frustration started to boil over. Trey certainly was really animated and frustrated with that second foul. And then Braden, of course, part of Braden's excellence is his 2-man game with Trey. And with Trey off the floor, or certainly not out there as much as you would like, some of the turnovers started cropping up, some lineups being played that aren't typical. Purdue hasn't played a Caleb First, Will Berg front court lineup at all this year.
Maybe since November, maybe?
Yeah,
maybe?
I don't think ever. Maybe in practice once.
Right.
And so that's a tough thing to do, right? You're on a road in a hostile environment, and you're trying to play a lineup that's probably never played together. But that's, the situation Michigan State put Purdue in, because you get the foul trouble with Trey, and then there's such a big, great rebounding team. Coach felt like got to get Will Berger in there, use some size to at least be able to battle on the glass and provide some interior defense. And Will did do that at times in that half. So all in all, 2-point deficit, Trey only 2 fouls. You're in a decent spot if you're Purdue.
Actually, Purdue, even on the boards, 11 rebounds in the first half, 11 for Michigan State. Michigan State 33, Purdue 31. The Coors Light Halftime Report. Coors Light, mountain cold refreshment. Choose chill. Proud sponsor of the Purdue Boilermakers. Celebrate responsibly. When we come back to the Coors Light Halftime Report, a look at the halftime stats presented by Ruoff Home Mortgage. This is Boilermaker Basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
U.S. Foods and the Purdue Boilermakers. What a recipe for success. Like Purdue, we both stand for quality and value. From our state-of-the-art Indianapolis-based distribution center, we at U.S. Foods are committed to meeting our customers' needs by providing all your quality food service and equipment products throughout all of Indiana and Northern Kentucky. It's what we do to bring guests into your business every day that makes the difference. Enjoy the game, and remember, U.S. Foods, the official food service supplier of Purdue Athletics.
Franciscan Health is proud to be the official medical provider for Purdue Athletics. Does a sudden sports injury have you on the bench? We can assist. Franciscan Health sports medicine specialists have mastered a team approach to sports injuries. You'll have access to a network of orthopedic professionals, rehabilitation services, and highly advanced technologies and treatments to get you back out on the field. To learn more, visit franciscanhealth.org/sportsmedicine.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you're planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
You work hard, and at First Farmers Bank and Trust, we work hard for you. Since 1885, we've committed to helping families, businesses, and communities thrive financially, from home to the office. to the field, to the arena. We value hard work and perseverance as much as you do. Experience banking built on heart and grit today. Learn more at ffbt.com. Member FDIC, Equal Opportunity Lender.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by Purdue University. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the university and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the university.
Michigan State 33, Purdue 31, halftime in Michigan State's Breslin Center. Rob Blackman here with Bobby Riddell. This is our Coors Light halftime report. Coors Light, Mountain Cold Refreshment, choose chill. Official sponsor of the Purdue Boilermakers. Celebrate responsibly. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Boilermaker basketball from Learfield. Let's take a look at the halftime stats brought to you by Ruoff Mortgage. Ruoff Mortgage is here to help you through all stages of the home buying or refinancing process with loan options that work best for you. We're your local lender. Learn more at ruoff.com. That's RUOFF.com. First half numbers for Michigan State: 11 of 23 shooting, 2 of 7 from 3, 9 of 11 at the foul line. They had 11 rebounds, 3 offensively, turned it over 5 times. 10 points from Jace Richardson, the freshman, leading Michigan State in scoring. Purdue shot 12 of 23, 4 of 10 from the three-point line, 3 of 4 from the foul line. The Boilermakers 11 rebounds, 3 offensively, 6 turnovers for Purdue. Boilermakers led in scoring by Braden Smith with 9, Trey Kaufman-Wren with 8. When we come back, it's an out-of-town scoreboard presented by our Central Indiana Honda dealers. This is the Coors Light halftime report. Michigan State 33, Purdue 31. This is Boilermaker basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
U.S. Foods and the Purdue Boilermakers. What a recipe for success. Like Purdue, we both stand for quality and value. From our state-of-the-art Indianapolis-based distribution center, we at U.S. Foods are committed to meeting our customers' needs by providing all your quality food service and equipment products throughout all of Indiana and Northern Kentucky. It's what we do to bring guests into your business every day that makes the difference. Enjoy the game and remember, U.S. Foods, the official food service supplier of Purdue Athletics.
At Indiana Kitchen Premium Pork Products, just 20 miles down the road from Mackey Arena, we're not just really good bacon makers.
We're Purdue alumni.
We're student interns.
We're student parents.
We're fans.
We're season ticket holders.
We're John Purdue Club members. We're Boilermakers.
I'm Russ Sherwood, president at Indiana Kitchen, and on behalf of everyone here, we're proud to say our bacon is more than just locally made. Our Indiana Kitchen bacon is boiler made.
Visit IndianaKitchen.com, proud sponsor of Purdue Athletics.
This is your moment, your time to shine, your comeback. You're ready for the next step in your career, and you want an education employers respect. So you're not just going back to school, you're coming back with Purdue Global. Backed by Purdue University, one of the nation's most respected public universities, Purdue Global is built for people who bring their life experience into the online classroom. Purdue Global, Purdue's online university for working adults. Start your comeback today at purdueglobal.edu.
Need a little home makeover to get through the last few weeks of winter? Kohl's is having a big sale so you can give your home a reset. Plus, Kohl's Rewards members save an extra 15% on so much to refresh your space, like stylish decor, cozy pillows, convenient storage, and so much more. So hurry to Kohl's to snag your savings before the secret's out. Select styles. Kohl's Rewards 15% off coupon valid through March 2nd. Must be a Kohl's Rewards member. Exclusions apply. Visit a store or Kohl's.com for details.
Welcome back to the Breslin Center, where Purdue trails the Michigan State Spartans 33-31 at the half. Time now to take a look at our out-of-town scores. And today's out-of-town scores are brought to you by your Central Indiana Honda dealers. Let's take a look now at some of the top 25 men's college basketball action taking place here this evening. The second-ranked Florida Gators with a huge halftime lead at home over Oklahoma, 46-24. That game's over on ESPN2. 21st-ranked Mississippi State hosting 7th-ranked Texas A&M, and at the half, The Aggies of A&M lead that game just by one, 31-30 over the Bulldogs. Some games yet to start. 5th-ranked Houston will go on the road and take on Arizona State. That game will tip at 9 p.m. on ESPN2. 23rd-ranked Kansas visits BYU. That game will start at 9 o'clock on ESPN. Colorado visits 8th-ranked Iowa State. That game will tip at 8 o'clock on ESPN+. 9th-ranked Texas Tech visits TCU. That game tips at 8 on ESPN+. In Big Ten action, the Illinois Fighting Illini visit 11th-ranked Wisconsin. That game will tip at 8:30 p.m. on FS1. Then the last top 25 game of the evening, Seton Hall takes on 16th-ranked Marquette. That game tips at 9 o'clock on CBS Sports Network. That game is at Marquette. Drive the road to win with Honda and have fun off the court with the most fun-to-drive vehicles. Your Central Indiana Honda dealers are proud supporters of Purdue Athletics. We'll take a look at the keys to the second half in just a moment when we return to the Coors Light Halftime Report. This is Boilermaker Basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
At Farm Credit Mid-America and Rural First, we do more than lend. We lift up our rural communities that we serve, too. From our day-to-day business of providing reliable credit to farmers and rural residents, to our community investment efforts and scholarships for college students, we help Indiana's rural communities find their next level. Visit FCMA.com to learn more about how we work with partners like Purdue University. Boiler up. Farm Credit Mid-America and Rural First are equal opportunity lenders.
Indiana farmers, building new markets takes time and pays back dividends with long-term demand for your crops. High oleic soybean oil drives new demand for Indiana soybeans to domestic and international markets. Plus, it's a healthier oil, more desirable to customers. Your checkoff is building this demand right here in Indiana. Purdue Athletics is proud to offer their foods prepared in heart-healthy, high oleic soybean oil this season. Learn more about this oil at incornandsoy.org/premiums. This message was funded by Indiana soybean farmers and their checkoff.
University Bookstore, the official textbook provider for Purdue Athletics and home of the original Purdue Pete, announced the return of 3-Point Thursdays. When the men play, win or lose, you score on every three-pointer. You can save up to 39% off your purchase. Get set to save with Purdue men's basketball with 3-Point Thursdays. 2 locations, State Street and across from Mackey Arena. Save at University Bookstore.
It's Truck Month with the Ford crew.
Sam, do you know what these trucks have in common?
They're all Ford trucks.
And
they're built Ford tough?
Also true, but specifically they're Ford F-Series trucks, the best-selling trucks in America for 48 years.
48 years? We should celebrate a month-long event.
Sam.
A truckload of value.
Sam.
Across the entire lineup of Ford trucks.
Sam.
That's called Truck Month already, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, I knew it.
Based on 1977 to 2024 CY Industry Report total sales.
Michigan State 33, Purdue 31 as we open up the second half of action here in East Lansing. I'm Rob Blackman. The other voice you will hear is that of Bobby Riddell, my broadcast partner. Wes Scott, on-site audio engineer Matt Francis helping us out from our Learfield home studios. Trey Kaufman-Wren with 2 fouls starts the second half along with Caleb First and C.J. Cox. Braden Smith and Fletcher Lawyer, the original starting 5 for the Boilermakers. Jace Richardson and Fears along with Akins, Zapawa, and Kohler for Michigan State. Purdue right to left here in the second half wearing their anthracite uniforms. Again, Purdue is undefeated this year when wearing the anthracites. Right now they're trailing 33-31 as we are off and running here in the second half. Trey Kaufman-Wren 2 steps outside of the left block, facing up his defender Zapawa, trying to back him down. Now they run a double team at him with the Spartans. He'll give to Cox. Cox right back to Trey Kaufman-Wren, driving and lost it on the dribble. Purdue's 7th turnover, stolen by Jace Richardson of the Spartans. 7 turnovers for the Boilermakers. It has led to 8 points so far, and here's a foul on Purdue's Caleb First. Got caught in the post, being a little too physical with some power. And that'll be the second foul on Caleb First.
And another live ball turnover. Purdue actually pretty good transition D there to get back. But Caleb just a little over-aggressive trying to get in front of Zappala there.
You know Purdue talked about that at halftime, taking care of that ball. Fears a 3 on the right wing. No good. Short rebounded Fletcher Lawyer at the free throw line. So Purdue talks about taking care of the ball in the halftime locker room. You know they did. And the first thing they do to start the second half, Winovich. Oh, that'll drive the coaches crazy. And here's a foul. Is trying to drive from the top of the key was Fletcher Lawyer, but he was tripped en route. And they say the foul is going to go against Jeremy Fears Jr., his first.
Well, Fears Jr., not a very good three-point shooter, and certainly someone Purdue's going to be able to give help off of, and we saw that in the last possession, getting in the gap, forcing that kick-out pass to Fears Jr. for the miss.
Lawyer a three off the catch and shoot, no good, left corner. Run out for the Spartans. Richardson's open at the other end and dunks. Purdue misses a three, and it's a run-out dunk with two hands for Jace Richardson, who now has 12 points.
Well, Fletcher Lawyer is Purdue's safety when shots go up, and he's the one who takes the three in the left corner, so unable to get into that safety position in time.
Michigan State leads 35-31. Trey Kaufman ran on the block. That's left block. Skip pass right wing to Lawyer. Throws it inside right block to Caleb First. Spins on Kohler. Shoots. Misses with a right-handed hook shot. Left it short. Zampawa rebounds for Michigan State. Spartans running. Richardson in the right corner. Now dribbles out to the right wing. Guarded by Trey Kaufman-Renn. Richardson wants a screen on that right arc. Here comes Kohler to give it to him, but now he picked up the dribble. So instead passes to Kohler. Holding it at the belt high and now dribbling twice Kohler. Hands to Fears. Fears over to Kohler for an open three on the left wing. Good. Jackson Kohler, 7 points. Coming off a career-high 23 at Illinois Saturday. And it's 38-31 Michigan State. They've scored 5 in a row to start the second half.
Kohler, a very capable three-point shooter, and got a really clean look there on the pick and pop.
Trey Kaufman-Renn bounces it down inside to First. Kick it out high to Braden Smith. Shot clock's at 8. Smith wants to drive on Fears. Does. Leaves the ball down low, and it's stolen by Richardson. Another Purdue turnover. Richardson on the run. Stopped at the left block by Cox. Kicks it out high to Fears. He'll lob for a catch and a layup and a foul as well. Zampala the layup. Foul on Lawyer. And the second half starts brilliantly for the Spartans. Terribly for the Boilermakers.
Purdue's inability just to run good offense and get a quality shot up. Possession after possession, just killing the Boilers right now. Michigan State, when they try to get the ball down to Kaufman-Renn, he is getting doubled as soon as he gets into the scoring area, and they're going to make someone else beat him. I think that's the smart thing to do if you're Michigan State. Kaufman-Renn is such a good low post scorer. You got to get the ball out of his hands. But Purdue having a hard time after he kicks the ball out, generating good offensive looks. Braden Smith, another live ball turnover as he jumps in the air. Michigan State just swarming the basketball, active hands, and then, as we've talked about, once they get that steal, they're a menace in transition.
Zapawa, free throw good. That will equal the largest lead of the game for Michigan State at 10 points, 41-31. Crowd alive here at the Breslin Center. Purdue still looking for its first point of the second half. Heide a three from the right corner, and there it is. From an unlikely source, Cam Heide, shooting 17% from three in Big Ten competition this year, buries a three from the right corner. He had just subbed in a moment ago for Caleb First. Purdue down 41-34, 17 minutes remaining in the game. Here's a jumper from 15 feet away, short by Akins. Rebounded Trey Kaufman-Renn of Purdue. Purdue finally gets a stop defensively. Now can the Boilermakers turn it into points at the other end? Trey Kaufman-Renn on the short roll, drives and was fouled as he was diving to the rim. It goes against Fears. Jeremy Fears Jr., his second. This will be 2 foul shots for Trey Kaufman-Renn. 41-34, Michigan State leading. 16:53 remaining in the game. At the foul line, Trey Kaufman-Renn.
Well, it's amazing what one-made perimeter shot can do, right? Cam and Heide not really being guarded on that previous possession. They kind of gave him that corner three, and understandably so based on the percentage you spoke about, Rob. But Cam steps up, hits a shot that we know he's fully capable of making as Trey back irons the miss on the first free throw. But because of that made shot, next possession comes down. Cam's in the left corner. Zappala guarding him is hugged up a little bit closer to Cam than he probably was the previous possession, and that allowed Kaufman-Renn to dive unabated down the center of the lane without much help side help support from Zappala. He comes over late and was part of the reason Trey got fouled.
Trey missed the first foul shot, made the second. Trey is a 71% foul shooter in Big Ten play. Michigan State 41, Purdue 35. Boilermakers trying to hang in there on the road in a hostile environment. Akins between the circles, guarded by Heidi. Akins crossover left to the right elbow extended. Will pull from 18 and knock it in. The left-handed jumper, Jaden Akins. He has 4 points. Averages 13 a game. 43-35 Michigan State.
Akins just sizes up Kaufman-Wren on that shot attempt.
And a near turnover, out of bounds. Last touch, Michigan State, far sideline. Cam Heidi threw a poor pass to Trey Kaufman-Wren. It got tipped around a couple of different times out there on that far right arc. Finally going out of bounds, last touch by Michigan State. Purdue inbounds in the front court with 18 on the shot clock.
You're right, that was a pass that Heidi definitely got away from a little bit. I think he thought Trey was going to pop out more, and Purdue extremely fortunate not to have another live ball turnover.
Braden Smith, right side to Lawyer, fakes the 3, dribbles in, and now is fouled going to the rim. Put it on the deck, did Fletcher. Lawyer went strong at Akins, and Akins fouls. Once Fletch got into the shooting motion, 10 feet away from the bucket. To the foul line will go Purdue's Fletcher Lawyer, an 85% foul shooter.
That's a good take by Fletch, able to get into the body of Akins on the drive as he makes the first free throw, has it crawl over the front of the rim. A free throw here, if he makes it, can cut the deficit to 6, and Purdue certainly in a much better spot than they were when they were drowning down 10 not too long ago.
Fletcher made them both. 5 for Fletcher, averages 13.9 a game. Had 15 against Wisconsin Saturday. Purdue's down 43-37. Spartans the ball in their white unis here at home with the green numerals, green lettering, green trim. Less than 16 to play. Holloman, left side chest pass to Carr. Bounces it left baseline, caught by Cooper. Back to Holloman, dribbling left corner. Shot clock at 6, now 5. Holloman throws it inside to Fiddler. His shot blocked. Blocked by Heidi. Into the hands of Lawyer. Purdue rarely blocks shots, but they have 2 in this game tonight. Purdue the ball, 15:35 remaining. Trey Kaufman-Wren dribbling on the right arc, guarded by Cooper. Now topside feed caught by Cox. Carr on him. Bounces it. Left elbow extended. I beg your pardon, right elbow extended for Kaufman-Wren. They run a double team at him. Purdue swings it to Cox. 3 in the corner for CJ. No good. Heidi had the rebound and was fouled. No, the foul's on Heidi. I thought Heidi was fouled by Fiddler. The official says no. Heidi was the one doing the fouling. Timeout on the floor. Michigan State 43, Purdue 37. 15-16 remains in the game on the Central Indiana Honda Dealers scoreboard. This is Boilermaker Basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
You know you've got a comeback in you. When you take the next step, you're going to make it count. For your career, for your family, for your life. You can earn a degree you're proud of with Purdue Global. Purdue Global is backed by Purdue University, one of the nation's most respected and innovative public universities. This is your chance. This is your opportunity. This is your comeback. Purdue Global, Purdue's online university for working adults. Start your comeback today at purdueglobal.edu.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my side softer?
Can I make my side firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side, your Sleep Number setting. And now it's our lowest price of the season on our top-selling i8 smart bed. Your best savings plus special financing. Exclusively at a Sleep Number store near you. All Sleep Number smart beds offer temperature solutions for your best sleep. Learn more at sleepnumber.com.
Franciscan Health is proud to be the official medical provider for Purdue Athletics. Does a sudden sports injury have you on the bench? We can assist. Franciscan Health sports medicine specialists have mastered a team approach to sports injuries. You'll have access to a network of orthopedic professionals, rehabilitation services, and highly advanced technologies and treatments to get you back out on the field. To learn more, visit franciscanhealth.org/sportsmedicine.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you're planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
This is Isaiah Thompson, and you're listening to Purdue Basketball.
The 2024-25 Purdue basketball season presented by Purdue Global. Earn a degree you'll be proud of with Purdue Global, Purdue's online university for working adults, and the preferred online university degree provider of the Guild and Team USA Learning Network. Start your comeback today at purdueglobal.edu. Michigan State the ball as we come out of the timeout. Michigan State leads Purdue 43-37. Spartans over the timeline left to right. Here they go, putting their offense into motion. Purdue in its half-court man-to-man. It's a baseline catch here for Fiddler. Dribbles out to the left elbow, and now they'll swing it around the arc. Left to right will the Spartans, into the hands of Richardson, who's in the right corner. Guarded by Lawyer. Richardson bounces it down inside to Cooper. Lost it, got it back, shoots a follow-away jumper and hit it. Cooper mishandled it, got it back into his grip, and then as he was falling away, baseline right, nailed an 8-footer with the shot clock expiring.
Those really hurt, and from a Michigan State standpoint, those are bonus points, right? You got a guy like Carson Cooper shooting a fadeaway out of a double team, just not a shot he's going to take and make very often.
Kaufman-Wren will challenge Cooper at the rim and score. Trey Kaufman-Wren just lowered his head, came down the right side of the paint, and scored a bucket. And he's in double figures, meaning Trey Kaufman-Wren has scored in double figures every single game this season. Purdue trails 45-39. 14-11 remains in a game. Michigan State the ball. They're wearing white. Purdue's wearing anthracite. Holloman on the right arc. Guarded by Cox. Gives to Cooper, right back to Holloman. Now skipping into corner. A Fiddler three from the left corner on the way. Good. Frankie Fiddler, three-point shooter this year, 17%. And he knocks that one home.
He's a guy they picked up in the portal. They thought was going to be a much bigger piece for them.
And now Purdue turns it over. Fiddler a steal. He'll go to the other end and dunk with his right hand. And this is the largest lead of the game for Michigan State at 50-39.
And Fiddler has not really been that big of a piece for them, but on consecutive possessions, he comes through in a major way, hitting a huge corner three late clock, and then jumps in front of a C.J. Cox bounce pass, ticketed for Braden Smith, and goes the other way for the right-handed flush.
Fiddler, 17% from three this year. Knocked in the three, and now a steal by the Spartans. Taken away again. Cohen Carr at the other end, driving and making a reverse left-handed layup. Purdue, Matt Painter says, slow down here, guys. The game is getting away from us. It's 52-39 Spartans. Purdue's 10th turnover of the game. They average 10 a contest. Here's a banked-in shot, right baseline. Braden Smith. That stops the momentum for the moment. Oh, Purdue needed that big time. 52-41 Spartans, 11-point lead for Michigan State.
Yes, they did. And from our angle, it almost looked like it got blocked, but instead Braden lofted it high up.
Lob for Cooper, catches and dunks. Holloman with a perfect pass. Matt Painter can't figure out what happened on the screen and the dive because no one was on the dive, man. Cooper has 5 points, the lead back at 13 for the Spartans.
Purdue's weak side defender on these ball screen plays just has to be over to take away the dive, and they continually are not over far enough.
Kaufman-Wren fouled and scores at the rim. Foul on Cooper, his third. Basket counts, banking it in from the right wing. Trey Kaufman-Wren. Boilermakers at the line for an and one. Purdue's Degree Plus gives students the chance to earn a Bachelor of Science and one from the College of Liberal Arts, both in 4 years. Check out the Liberal Arts Degree Plus and see if and one is right for you. Five second-half points for Trey Kaufman-Wren, 13 in the game. (54-43). Michigan State leading. 12:08 remains in the game. Free throw for Trey Kaufman-Wren is up and good. He completes the and one. Purdue down 10, 54-44.
They've got to string some stops together now if you're Purdue.
Fears between the circles. Bounces it, left elbow extended to Kohler. Kohler holding the ball above his head. Hands it right back to Fears, standing on the left arc. Trey Kaufman-Wren is on Fears after the switch off here. Now back to Kohler. Kohler spins left block, double team to Fiddler. Fiddler faked a three, dribbles in and was fouled by Heide. Shot clock at 6. They'll say the foul was before the shot. Foul on Camden Heide, his second. Purdue team foul number 4. Timeout on the floor. Michigan State 54, Purdue 44. 11:44 remains in the game. On the Central Indiana Honda Dealer scoreboard, this is Boilermaker Basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
This Valentine's Day, fall in love with the internet of your dreams from MetroNet. Get 1 gig, 100% fiber internet for only $49.95 a month and experience blazing fast speeds that'll make your heart race. And here's the cherry on top. Sign up by March 3rd and you'll receive a $100 Amazon gift card. Don't wait. Visit Metronet.com to learn more. Get Metronet and love your internet. Terms and conditions apply.
Hey, Boilermaker fans! Basketball season is here, and SeatGeek is here to help you experience all the action. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the courtside celebrations this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Purdue basketball games or to any other live event in your area, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of the Purdue Boilermakers. The most disruptive idea in ticketing? A ticket that works. Expect the expected. SeatGeek.
Boilermaker fans, did you know that Canon 4 helps leading-edge companies get out of the office printer and copying business? We're a legendary company with legendary people and a legendary platform that will help your business improve document workflow and increase business efficiencies. To learn more, visit canon4.com. That's CANNON, 4.com.
U.S. Foods and the Purdue Boilermakers. What a recipe for success. Like Purdue, we both stand for quality and value. From our state-of-the-art Indianapolis-based distribution center, we at U.S. Foods are committed to meeting our customers' needs by providing all your quality food service and equipment products throughout all of Indiana and Northern Kentucky. It's what we do to bring guests into your business every day that makes the difference. Enjoy the game and remember, U.S. Foods, the official food service supplier of Purdue Athletics.
Michigan State 54, Purdue 44. Tonight's game brought to you by Progressive Insurance. What do your home and auto have in common? They're yours, and Progressive protects them both. Bundle today at Progressive.com. Rob Blackman with Bobby Riddell, 10-point Michigan State lead. You remember early in the game, Michigan State had 5 turnovers. Purdue had 2. That was at about the 12-minute mark of the first half. Michigan State is still at 5 turnovers. Purdue now at 10. The last 8 turnovers of the game have been committed by the Boilermakers. Michigan State the ball, baseline right, and it's a big reason why those turnovers, a big reason why Michigan State has a 10-point lead. Spartans inbound to Fiddler, catching on the left elbow extended. Heide guarding him. Right wing, it goes to Jace Richardson. 10 first half points for the Spartans. He was a big spark for them, the freshman. Now a drive. Akins on the right wing, back to Richardson on the right. Baseline, leans in, shoots a left-handed floater. It's no good. Tip in good, however. Jackson Kohler sneaks in to grab an offensive rebound and put it into the basket. 12-point lead for Michigan State.
How about that? Great defense, and Richardson just shoots basically an air ball short, and it goes right into the hands of Kohler.
9 points for Kohler. Heide, deep 3, left wing. He made it, but it's not going to count. There was a foul away from the ball as Heide was shooting. The foul, the shot does not count for a moment. I think the officials are going to take a look.
God, you just hate that when a guy has been struggling finally gets one to go down and has a chance to hit another huge 3.
Here's what happened, fans. Away from the ball, Frankie Fiddler committed a foul from Michigan State. At first glance, the official Brian Dorsey called the foul and then waved off the bucket. A made 3 left wing for Camden Heide. But Matt Painter was able to talk Dorsey into going to the monitor, and this is something they can check. Was the ball out of the fingertips of Heide as the foul was being called? Was it off the fingertips before the foul was called? Was it still on the fingertips when foul was called? That's what they're trying to assess right now.
In real time, it felt like the whistle occurred before Cam released the ball, so I have a feeling the foul probably occurred before the shot went up, but we will see.
Fiddler he got caught in the post behind Trey Kaufman-Wren and was trying to fight to get around to the front of Trey Kaufman-Wren. That's where the foul came from. So the score is 56-44, and it will remain 56-44. Take away the basket for Camden Heide. It does not count. Foul on Fiddler. Purdue will inbound baseline left. Into the hands of Colvin, right corner. Right arc, chest passes to Trey Kaufman-Wren. Dribble handoff to Braden Smith. Kick in the corner for Heide. Heide fakes a three in that left corner. Now to Braden Smith, a deep three from straight away. Good. That was a good 27 feet away. Way out there was Braden Smith. He knocks it home, however. Purdue's down 56-47.
As it turns out, Purdue will take that possession. You get the foul and then ends up getting the 3 points anyways. Big step in three there from Braden Smith. He was totally in rhythm on that one.
10:40 remains in the game. Xavier Booker, a three on the left wing. No. He had just subbed into the game, the Indianapolis native. Missed it, however. Rebounded by Purdue's Camden Heide. Boilermakers trailing by 9 with 10:25 to play in this game. Braden Smith, short roll to Trey Kaufman-Wren. He was fouled by Booker as the pass was delivered. Booker reached in and fouled as the ball was being bounced at the foul line to Trey Kaufman-Wren. Spartans team foul number 6 with 10:23 to go in the game. Purdue inbounds baseline left. Booker, a McDonald's All-American at a Cathedral High School in Indianapolis. Trey Kaufman-Wren, triple team, kicks to the corner. Three on the way for Colvin, and is in and out, no good, but rebounded by Trey Kaufman-Wren. Colvin in the right corner, couldn't knock it in. Heide a three, he knocks it in from the left wing. Second three of the game for Camden Heide. A triple time when Purdue needed it. Purdue's down 56-50 with 10 minutes remaining.
Well, how about the Boilers getting some bench production now? Heide coming through with 2 huge triples, and Purdue's back in this game.
Bench production, normally the expertise of Michigan State, as Fears is fouled on the drive by Purdue's Jakari Harris, his second foul. This season, 20 times in 25 games, Michigan State's bench has given them at least 30 points in a game. Michigan State inbounds baseline right. It was tipped by Colvin on the baseline, but went right back to the inbounder, who was in bounds.
Unbelievable.
What luck for Fears. He stepped back in bounds and caught it in play. So Michigan State with the ball. Holloman to Kohler. Right block, tipped away from him. Lost by Fiddler, and then stolen by Purdue. First turnover of the second half by the Spartans. They finally turned it over in the second half. Driving, Braden Smith all the way to the rim. Kick it right wing to Colvin. Colvin now to Braden Smith on the right wing. Back to Colvin. He wants to drive. Gives back to Braden Smith at the top of the key. Working his way between the circles. Down the left side of the paint he comes. Loses the ball. Picks it back up. Now it's loose on the floor. Who's going to come away with it? It looks like it'll be the Spartans. Finally, the Spartans come away with it. And they have a 2-on-2 going the other direction. Fiddler driving. Layup good. Purdue couldn't get back defensively. The lead back at 8 for Michigan State.
All right, when Purdue had all the momentum in the world and just an unfortunate live ball turnover again that leads to just an easy Michigan State layup. Purdue almost came up with that loose ball, but it goes to the Spartans.
11 Purdue turnovers. Heide a three, left wing. That one's no good. Long rebound picked up in the right corner by Trey Kaufman-Wren. Tried to throw it off a Michigan State player. Ended up in the hands of Braden Smith. 15 on the shot clock. Smith, top of the key to Trey Kaufman-Wren. Dribbles once, gives back to Smith. Shooting a three. Air ball from the left wing. Might have been partially deflected. Could have even been a foul on the shot. And here is a foul, a blocking foul at midcourt. Miles Colvin tried to slide under Holloman as Michigan State was advancing the ball quickly up the floor. Foul goes against Colvin, his second. Well, to miss a three from the left wing as badly as Braden Smith did, that's either a block shot or a foul. One of two. And the official gave no indication either way. He just basically said, well, he was 5 feet short on a 20-foot jumper from the left wing. And now Braden Smith's going to come out of the game. He rarely comes out of the game. But he'll sub out now for C.J. Cox. 58-50. Michigan State the lead in the ball with 8:21 remaining. Holloman off a screen from Zampala. Kicking it opposite left corner for a three on the way. Air ball. Miles Colvin rebounds that air ball missed by Akins.
Wow.
So the teams exchange air balls on three-point shots. We're down to 8 minutes remaining and an 8-point lead for Michigan State, 58-50. Low-scoring affair in East Lansing. Typically when Purdue holds the opponent under 70, here's a foul on a trip. Purdue wins the game. I don't know how this one's going to turn out because right now Purdue's only scored 50 themselves. Trey Kaufman-Renn was fouled as he was trying to catch a pass at the top of the key, which means it's 1-1 when we come back to East Lansing. 58 for Michigan State, 50 for Purdue. 7:55 remains on the Central Indiana Honda Dealer scoreboard. This is Boilermaker Basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
At Farm Credit Mid-America and Rural First, we do more than lend. We lift up our rural communities that we serve, too. From our day-to-day business of providing reliable credit to farmers and rural residents, to our community investment efforts and scholarships for college students, we help Indiana's rural communities find their next level. Visit fcma.com to learn more about how we work with partners like Purdue University. Boiler up. Farm Credit Mid-America and Rural First are equal opportunity lenders.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you're planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Every game starts before the season begins. From preparation to training, countless factors help turn the tide. Boilermakers, players, and fans know this, and so does Case IH. We're committed to providing powerful, reliable equipment for every field challenge, from planting through harvest and beyond, to help win the game before it even starts. Check out our roster of rugged tools and equipment by visiting your local Case IH dealer or go to caseih.com/Boilermakers.
It's Truck Month with the Ford crew.
Sam, do you know what these trucks have in common?
They're all Ford trucks.
And
they're built Ford tough?
Also true, but specifically they're Ford F-Series trucks, the best-selling trucks in America for 48 years.
48 years? We should celebrate a month-long event.
Sam.
A truckload of value.
Sam.
Across the entire lineup of Ford trucks.
Sam.
That's called Truck Month already, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, I knew it.
Based on 1977 to 2024 CY Industry reported total sales.
This is Coach Terry Johnson, and this is Purdue Basketball.
Purdue Basketball Live each week, presented by Jimco Constructors. Join us Monday nights at Walk-Ons at 6:30 in the Purdue Memorial Union to catch the show live. Tune into this same radio station, watch it on Purdue's Facebook or YouTube channel. You can even watch on Twitter. That's Purdue Basketball Live, presented by Jimco Constructors, Monday nights. Jimco Constructors, proud partner of Purdue Athletics. This is a 1-and-1 for Trey Kaufman-Renn. If, in fact, ball don't lie, Trey's going to miss the front end of this 1-and-1. We saw the replay, fans. That was a bad call. That should not have been a foul called against Michigan State.
It should not have been. Camden Heide was the one who actually tripped Trey Kaufman-Renn and not the Spartan player, but Purdue will take it.
Ball don't lie. Or does it? Trey made the free throw.
Look at the ball line. What a terrible ball.
How about Purdue playing right now without Braden Smith?
Yeah.
He rarely sits on the bench, but he's on the bench right now.
Would have especially thought after the TV timeout he would actually come back in.
And Trey made both foul shots for Purdue. 16 in the game for Trey Kaufman-Renn to go with 3 rebounds. He averages 19 a game with 6 rebounds per contest. And now Miles Colvin is lying on the ground. They're going to stop the game. They're going to stop the game. Miles took a shot to the face, away from the ball, immediately fell down at the right elbow on the defensive end and did not move. He's still holding his face, and he is in some major pain, we can tell from our vantage point. The officials did stop the game with Michigan State holding the ball on the left arc. Athletic trainer Chad Young out to take a look at Miles. Head coach Matt Painter taking a look at Miles. And the officials are going to go take a look at the monitor to make sure something egregious didn't happen away from the ball that they might have missed that could possibly be a flagrant 1 or, I suppose, a flagrant 2. I didn't see it. All I saw was Miles fall to the ground. That's all I saw.
I was able to see a tad more of it. Miles was chasing an offensive player off of a down screen from Zappala, and it looked like Miles kind of was trying to get low to get around the screen, and his face went pretty much directly into Zappala's right shoulder, and I'm sure that did not feel great.
You can tell he's a little woozy as he's walking to that Purdue bench.
Oh, wow.
Now assistant coach Brandon Brantley's going to get under his left arm and help him.
Yeah, he's in pretty bad shape.
Yeah, Coach Painter under his right arm. Yeah, he is, he is woozy. I hate to see that for Miles.
Yeah, I thought it was kind of one of those just get your bell rung a little bit.
Sure.
And it hurts like a you know what, but you end up, be able to dust it off and be fine. But
he's now seated on the Purdue bench. The officials did look at the monitor. They could find nothing there that was out of sorts. Braden Smith will sub back in. He replaces Colvin. 7:45 remaining. Purdue still in the hunt, trailing 58-52. How about the Spartans turn it over 4 or 5 times in a row, huh?
Sure would be nice.
Yeah, they've only had 1 turnover in the second half. Fiddler, deep left wing, fakes the 3, dribbles in left elbow. Now gives right side Holloman. Shot clock down to 5 for Holloman working his way left wing. Guarded by Heidi. Gets into the paint. Jump stop. Shoots a floater. Score and a foul. Holloman drew the contact. Threw it up towards the rim. Foul on Heidi, and now he looks to be injured. He's holding his left ankle as the bucket will count for Trey Holloman, the senior from Minneapolis. His 4th point.
Wow, that's an incredible finish there from Holland. We're getting a look at the replay here. Heidi kind of just gets underneath him, and then Heidi must have came down awkwardly on his left ankle.
Heidi's going to retie the left sneaker, but he's going to stay in I think he's going to stay in the game. They're still looking at him. The officials are looking at him. No Purdue staff members onto the floor yet. He's just visiting with the official. And the officials say, yep, we're good. We'll play on here. 60-52 after the Holloman bank shot in traffic.
Man, he's had a couple incredible and 1 finishes. One in the first half and that one right there. I'm not sure how he got that one to go in.
And he only has 5 points, but on a couple of incredible shots. The lead at 9, 61-52 with 7:18 to go. Purdue in danger of losing 3 in a row. Last time that happened 5 years ago. Lawyer, left corner, faking a 3, driving on Carr. Got to the rim, missed the layup. Cohen Carr, the rebound. Matt Painter can't believe no foul was called there. Michigan State the ball. We're down to under 7 to go here in this ball game in East Lansing. 6:50, clock ticking. Spartans 61, Purdue 52. Holloman to Carr, dribbled in, had it stolen. Stolen at the free throw line by Lawyer. Ahead to Smith, lobs for Heidi. Heidi underneath the bucket, trapped there. Has to dribble out of trouble. Now to Lawyer. Lawyer will drive to Smith. Braden shoots a 3 on the right wing. Good, he hesitated. Normally he who hesitates is lost, but that's not Braden Smith. He knocks in the triple. Purdue's down 61-54. 17 in the game for Braden Smith.
That works out Purdue's favor. The lob pass from Smith to Heidi in transition was off the mark. Instead, Purdue has to reset, and they get the 3 instead of a 2.
Zampawa, chest pass right wing, Carr. Carr wants to drive, leaves it down low for Fiddler. His layup is good, coming in from the left side.
Oh, it looks like that Braden Smith shot was credited as a 2, so it was 2 points as it turns out after all. But yeah, an unfortunate easy bucket there for Michigan State down low.
63-54. 9-point lead Spartans. Heidi faking a 3, top of the key. Behind the back dribble on Fiddler. Spins and shoots a right-handed hook shot, missed badly. Cohen Carr rebounds off of the weak side for Michigan State. Now they put it at 63-55. I think it was a 3, Bob.
Okay.
I think they switched it to a 3. 3 for Braden Smith a moment ago.
It seemed like a 3.
I thought so too. It seemed like he was deep enough, but now they've adjusted on the scoreboard here. Jace Richardson, right elbow, stopping there. Braden Smith on him. Top side, it goes to Fiddler. We're down to 7 on the shot clock for the Spartans. Holloman driving, getting to the rim, shooting a wild floater, no good. Loose ball underneath the bucket. Everyone's fighting for it. We're going to have what a held ball. Good hustle by the Purdue Boilermakers. Trey Kaufman-Wren was in there fighting with our hustle play of the game, presented by Republic Airways. Apply to Lift Academy and start your aviation career today. The problem is on this held ball, the possession arrow favors Michigan State. 5:02 remaining. Purdue running out of time, trailing 63-55.
That last possession for Purdue, a situation where Camden Heide has a chance to shoot a 3 in rhythm, has been shooting pretty well tonight. Would like him to take those when he gets the opportunity. Instead, tries to play off a shot fake and ends up taking a poor 2-point shot attempt that was contested and did not even catch any part of the rim.
Right, Camden ended up shooting a right-handed hook shot in traffic.
Yeah, not a shot he practices a lot.
That's not his forte. Obviously, the 3-point shot. He's been good at doing that tonight. Kohler underneath the bucket. Bullies his way in. Stops on the left block. Tried to throw it inside, and it was stolen. Tried to throw to his teammate Cooper, and it was stolen by Purdue's Caleb First. Caleb First with a steal. That's his 22nd steal of the season. Purdue down 8, but with a ball. 4:28 to go. Fletcher Lawyer at the right elbow. Leans in. Gives it up to C.J. Cox, right wing. He'll shoot a 3. Contact. Air ball. Cox tried to get the call from the official and didn't talk him into it. And an air ball goes out of bounds, baseline left, and the ball goes to the Spartans. Cox comes out of the game. Jakari Harris replaces him. That was one of those, I think CJ was trying to draw contact on a 3 when there wasn't much contact to be found, but the official didn't take the bait. And instead, Michigan State has the possession here.
There was certainly some sort of contact. I think the official was saying Caleb was the one who actually had the contact with CJ, and Caleb seemed to insinuate that he got shoved.
3 on the way from Akins, left wing, in and out, no good. Rebounded Braden Smith of the Boilermakers. Braden's 4th rebound of the game. Braden drives to the right baseline. Kicks to Trey Kaufman-Wren, diving in from the free throw line and scoring with a right-handed layup. Trey Kaufman-Wren got to the rim. A perfect pass was waiting for him, and he goes to score. 3:48 to go in the game, and we have a stoppage of play and a timeout on the floor. Michigan State 63, Purdue 57 on the Central Indiana Honda Dealer scoreboard. This is Boilermaker Basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
This is your moment, your time to shine, your comeback. You're ready for the next step in your career, and you want an education employers respect. So you're not just going back to school, you're coming back with Purdue Global. Backed by Purdue University, one of the nation's most respected public universities, Purdue Global is built for people who bring their life experience into the online classroom. Purdue Global, Purdue's online university for working adults. Start your comeback today at purdueglobal.edu.
Talking on the phone is difficult if you've been exposed to loud noises over time. Combat veterans, factory workers, farmers, gun and motorcycle enthusiasts can have trouble hearing on the telephone. Relay Indiana helps return clarity to your phone conversations. Relay Indiana also provides free loaned equipment to those who qualify. Get the CapTel Caption telephone from Relay Indiana. Visit RelayIndiana.com now.
This is Camden Heide from Purdue Men's Basketball for my friends at the Halderman Companies, proud supporters of Purdue University. The Halderman team understands the importance of teamwork, execution, and tremendous effort required for us to succeed on the court and provide the same to their clients. Their team includes farm managers, appraisers, and real estate brokers with experience, knowledge, and professionalism to help you accomplish your farm goals. If it has anything to do with the business of farming, Halderman can help. Visit halderman.com today to learn more.
We know to contact Indiana 811 at least 2 working days before every dig. But did you also know spraying a white line around the area you plan to dig means utility flags will only go in that area? Fewer flags in the yard? Easier mowing? Everybody wins.
Everybody except my kid.
I don't want to mow the yard.
Everybody except for your kid wins. Contact Indiana 811 at least 2 working days before picking up a shovel. It's the only way to dig. Learn more at 811.safedigindiana.com.
Michigan State 63, Purdue 57. 3:48 remains in the game here in East Lansing. Over the last 6 games, Purdue's been averaging 85 points a game. Right now, they're at 57. But Purdue still with a puncher's chance here, trailing only by 6 with 3:48 remaining. Michigan State will have the ball coming out of the timeout, baseline left, attacking the bucket to our right. Up next for Purdue, Sunday afternoon in Bloomington at the Simon Scott Assembly Hall to face Indiana. That's a 1:30 tip-off. Jaden Akins is standing perimeter right, dribbling perimeter left with his left hand. Lawyer's on him. To Kohler, right wing, swing it further right side to Fears. Fears stops on the right arc, gives to Cooper, hands to Akins, dribbles right elbow extended. 8 on the shot clock. Now Holloman driving, left baseline, threw it down low for Cooper, fouled on the pass by Purdue's Caleb First. Both teams are in the bonus here as both teams have committed 7 fouls. That is actually now Purdue's 8th team foul. Caleb just about a half a step behind trying to intercept that pass, and he ran into Cooper. And Cooper at the line for a 1-and-1.
Good call, Rob. I was wondering why he kind of came out so aggressive, but you're right. I think he was probably trying to steal that pass.
Well, Cooper, a 75% foul shooter, missed the first one. And it was not a 1-and-1. Boy, I thought that should have been a 1-and-1.
He caught it and was kind of getting into his shooting motion.
Okay.
Yeah.
Boy, I wish it would have been a 1-and-1.
Yes, that would have been nice.
Instead, he'll have one more opportunity as Camden Heide has subbed in for Caleb First now. Cooper wears number 15 on the white jersey, missed them both. A 75% foul shooter, missed them both. Rebounded by Purdue's Fletcher Lawyer. Fletcher's 5th rebound. Purdue hanging in there, trailing by 6 with 3:13 to go. Braden Smith between the circles, using a screen top of the key from Kaufman-Wren. Now Kaufman-Wren diving in from the left block, leaning into Kohler and scoring with a scoop shot with a right hand from the left side.
How about the footwork there from TKR as he got back middle? It looked like he might try to spray it out for a 3. All the Michigan State defenders go out to the perimeter and he wheels back for the lay-in.
And Fears will lob for Cooper, who catches and dunks. Boy, they've been getting Purdue with that all night long. A little pick and roll. Cooper rolls to the rim, catches and dunks. 6-point lead for Michigan State. 2:35 remaining. Lawyer, right elbow, stops there, bounces it to the right block, caught by Kaufman-Wren. He shoots, he scores through the arms of Cooper. Tough take, Trey Kaufman-Wren. Purdue's down 65-61, 2:20 to play.
Goodness, TKR just muscles through 2 defenders there.
22 points for TKR. Driving in for the left wing, Akins. His layup good as he drew contact from Trey Kaufman-Wren, but he scored with a tough take. 6 points for Akins. Lead back at 6 for Michigan State with 2 minutes remaining.
The senior Akins, a massive finish there on the baseline drive.
Braden Smith, right wing. No, an illegal screen. Camden Heide, they say, committed an illegal screen, allowing Braden Smith to get open at the top of the key. And that turnover, while it's a dead ball turnover, it hurts big time. Purdue's 12th turnover of the game.
Jaden Akins trying to sprint around that screen from that Camden Heide setting, and unfortunately Heide clips him on the side, and not sure if Cam slid to his left or not, but that's what the official deemed, and a huge turnover in the moment.
Just 8 turnovers for Michigan State. Purdue's committed 12. A big story in this game. 6-point lead for the Spartans, and they have the ball with 1:35 remaining, and the clock is ticking. Holloman between the rings, using a screen from Cooper. Snake dribbles to the right elbow, keeps going, shoots a right-handed layup, and somehow made it acrobatically over the hands of Trey Kaufman-Wren. Now the lead is at 8 for Michigan State. 69-61 Spartans. Braden Smith to the left block. Kick in the right corner. Now to the right wing for Lawyer. Back to the left corner for a Braden Smith 3. No good. Weak side rebound Heide, and he was fouled. No. Yes. Well, hold on here. Nope, it was a foul on Heide. Heide and Akins were both fighting for a weak side rebound. Matt Painter is beside himself. He's screaming, that foul should have been on Akins. My guy got the rebound. Instead, the foul is on Camden Heide. And we walk to the other end for foul shots as Camden Heide is just fouled out of the game. Oh, that's a tough one. That's a 50-50 ball on a weak side rebound that the official said is a foul against Camden Heide, not the Michigan State player Akins, who were both fighting for it.
Well, it can't be a foul on Cam Heide if he reaches the ball first. He high points the ball, and he has the ball in his hands before any contact occurs with Akins. So there's no way that can be a foul on Heide if he gets to the ball first. It would be a foul on the guy who makes contact with the guy who has the ball, right? Like, that's brutal. There's no way that can be a foul.
That one hurts, Purdue fans. That one hurts. 69-61. We're down to only 1:06 to go in the game, and Akins, who's an 86% foul shooter, makes the foul shot. 7 points for Akins. Matt Painter is still pleading his case with official Earl Walton. And I think he's saying the same thing you're saying, Bob. How can my guy get the rebound first, and then he gets hit with a foul?
Yeah, Heide high points the ball, and then Akins, who's lunging for the ball, backs into Cam in midair, and they somehow deem it over the back, even though Heide got to the ball first.
One more free throw for the left-handed shooting Akins, the senior from Farmington, Michigan. Left it short, rebounded Braden Smith. Purdue has to go in a hurry, trailing by 9 with 1 minute to go. Braden Smith driving, kicking to Jakari Harris. 3 right wing is long. Weak side rebound, Holloman, and now Purdue's in some trouble. We're down to 54 seconds to go in the game. 9-point lead for the Spartans. Holloman over the timeline, left to right. Matt Painter wants Purdue to foul. They can't get to him. And Richardson now with it. He's dribbling away from the Boilermakers, C.J. Cox. Now the shot clock at 10, so no sense fouling. He'll lob and a catch for Cohen Parr for the dunk for the Spartans. And now it's 72-61 with just 30 seconds to go in the game. Deep three, Braden Smith graces off the front of the rim. Akins rebounding. Will Purdue foul? Yes, with only 22.9 remaining. Jakari Harris fouls for the Boilermakers.
Well, just a tough afternoon or evening, for Purdue. At times did some things good enough to win this game. They shot the ball pretty well overall. Although here as of late, a couple threes have gone begging, but the turnovers and the defensive miscues just allowing way too many easy dunks and layups for Michigan State just did not make them have to make enough tough contested twos or tough contested threes for that matter. Mainly just a lot of dunks and layups, and that's just, you can't allow that.
Akins made that first foul shot. He has 8 points, does Jaden Akins. Wears number 3 on the white jersey. Bends the knees, shoots, scores again. 13-point lead for Michigan State, their largest of the game. Purdue had cut it to 6. Trey Kaufman-Wren will dive. He'll score right in front of the rim, and a timeout Purdue. Jackson Kohler just gave way so Kaufman-Wren could score without fouling. That's a timeout. We'll take it with them on the Central Indiana Honda Dealer scoreboard. Michigan State 74, Purdue 63. 15 seconds remaining. This is Boilermaker Basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
When you want the best quality, safety, reliability, and savings, it's gotta be Honda. Save thousands with low 0% APR financing. When you gotta have selection, Honda cars, trucks, vans, SUVs, hybrids, and EVs are in stock and on sale. Like the 2024 Honda Prologue EV with 0% APR financing. To see why it's gotta be Honda, search your local Honda dealer today. See dealer for financing details. Financing on credit approval. Offer is 3/3/25.
You know you've got a comeback in you. When you take the next step, you're going to make it count. For your career, for your family, for your life. You can earn a degree you're proud of with Purdue Global. Purdue Global is backed by Purdue University, one of the nation's most respected and innovative public universities. This is your chance. This is your opportunity. This is your comeback. Purdue Global, Purdue's online university for working adults. Start your comeback today at purdueglobal.edu.
We Boilermakers show our pride in a number of ways. From a Purdue flag flying high on game day to a black and gold tie worn to the office. That loyalty is built on precious memories, time-honored traditions, and lifelong friendships. It's everlasting, and it stays with you wherever you go. So whether you're at Mackey Arena, your hometown grocery store, or across the country, the pride is always there. And now with the Purdue Federal Visa Signature Card, you have one more way to show your pride. Purdue Federal, the official credit card for Purdue fans everywhere. Federally insured by NCUA.
Keystone Cooperative understands that your family matters most, which is why safety is our top priority. Our commitment to serving the local community is all about being an active part of the places we call home. By choosing Keystone Seriously Local Propane, you are supporting local communities and helping us make an impact where it matters most, right here at home. Keystone Cooperative, seriously local propane, and proud to back the Boilermakers.
Seconds remaining in the game. Michigan State with an 11-point lead over Purdue. Purdue is going to lose their third game in a row. Last time Purdue lost 3 in a row, you have to go back 5 years. In the 2019-2020 season, late in the year, Purdue lost 3 in a row. That's how long ago it was, fans. 5 years. 11-point lead for the Spartans. They'll inbound. Purdue is in full court pressure here. Why not? You need to work on these kind of things. Even though the outcome is basically decided. Michigan State gets it in, and Purdue does foul. Akins will go to the foul line. Harris fouled him. I don't think Matt Painter wanted a foul. He's telling Jakari, hey, there's no need for a foul there. But the freshman, it's a learning situation there.
Yeah, I think they were full court pressure. Hey, let's try to get a steal if we can.
If not, game over.
Yep, if not, let them dribble it out.
Get on that plane and head back to West Lafayette. But back to the line. Jaden Akins been happy about all these late fouls because he's helping himself in the scoring column. 9 in the game for Akins. First free throw, left it short. 86% foul shooter, Jaden Akins. Tom Izzo, the all-time leader in Big Ten coaching victories, is going to add one more to the ledger, number 355. Akins made the second foul shot. We're down to 12 seconds remaining. Braden Smith over the timeline right to left. Clock down to 9, now 8. Braden to Lawyer. 3 on the way, right wing is good. It's the final shot of the game, one would assume. Lawyer, a triple. Gives him 8 points, and that's how the game finishes. Michigan State 75, Purdue 66. Spartans over the Boilermakers tonight in East Lansing, meaning the 14th ranked Spartans improved to 21-5, 12-3 in the Big Ten. Purdue, ranked 13th in the country, will fall to 19-8 and 11-5 in Big Ten competition. Michigan State 75, Purdue 60.